Oh shoot! Did you already go live? Um, you know what? Screw it. Okay, it doesn't matter. Boruto, but like 1 second. Okay. Dumb question. Dumb question. It's related to what we were doing before. Which image do you like for the image for the song? Do you like this one or this one? That's the one that actually plays when the song's playing. So that's kind of an argument, but you could argue for this. You could argue. It's just which one? Which one do I pick?
Which? Oh, um,
Which image?
okay. Which Attack and Titan image, chat? Which one? Which one, chat? So is this for which one is this for?
For Baklotzi. This one actually, this image is like this is from when the song plays. So technically, I probably should be using this one.
Okay, I
If
don't
I'm being
use that one. I think it works better. She's smiling there. It works.
She's so happy to listen to the song. All right, it's settled. All right.
I think the other one would look really cool as like an edit, but like a green.
Well, I don't feel like doing that.
Anyways, hey, Two Blue Vortex, chapter 18. Yeah. So hey, we're here. We're doing it.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy. The chapter dropped, and no one cares.
Literally.
I will say, I do have my own particular reasoning, which I will explain. I I don't know if I should set you up with any expectations. Actually, I don't know if I should say whether I think this chapter is good or bad.
Okay, well, that's definitely an interesting thing to say. So, yeah, first of all, can you link
Well,
me?
like, what
chapter?
would you rather? Would you rather me just kind of say, like, obviously, I'm not going to explain why until you read it, but like, should I say a vague thing about how I feel about the chapter, or should I wait until later?
You know, rather than getting your perspective on it, let's get Trippy's.
Okay.
Hey, Trippy. So, Kamui just read Two Blue Vortex chapter 18 of Boruto, and he wanted to know what you were thinking about that chapter.
Yo, Two Blue Vortex, chapter 18? I just read it and man, that chapter was intense. Sasuke and Boruto teaming up to take down Code was dope. The fights were fire, and the plot just keeps getting crazier. I can't wait to see what happens next.
Yo, we're getting the backstory? That's insane. I was not expecting that from this chapter.
Yo, for real. It's like the chapter took a whole different direction compared to what I thought it would be. And the backstory reveal? It just keeps getting crazier and crazier. I don't even know what to expect anymore, you know? This series keeps me on the edge of my seat.
Still going. Yeah, man, that's crazy to me too. That's definitely not what I was expecting. I'm surprised you would spoil me on that, honestly.
Man, sorry if I spoiled you on the chapter. I just couldn't help but share my excitement. This series has been a wild ride, and I can't wait to see where the story goes next.
You know, that's understandable.
Thanks, man. I'll try to be more careful next time and keep my cool. But hey, I gotta admit, those plot twists and cliffhangers are just too good to keep to myself. You feel me?
Alright.
I'm crying. What chapter did you say to him?
18.
Okay, I did hear you right.
Yeah. It's right here. 18, like it's in the log or whatever. It's funny because he's doing the number 2 blue vortex, but I don't know what's happening here, but whatever works. Bro, this freaking the AI is so good. I can't believe it. But anyways,
I love it, dude. I'm so glad that you did this.
I can't wait to see that backstory of this chapter, but I guess that's a great segue to get into the chapter. Do you have a link to it? I actually haven't got the link to it yet.
No, I haven't done that.
Okay, well.
I have to this link.
Well, hopefully Google has the link. Oh, yeah, probably. Here, I'm also going to, just in case there's certain advertisements on it again, I'll just scroll through the whole thing really quick, make sure there's no advertisements. And And no...
Did you find something?
Yeah, I found something. Okay, that should be good.
Okay, because I just found the raws. That's all stupid.
Ooh, that's interesting. Okay. So I'm trying this time set.
Well, when I say they're stupid, it's like everything's like whited out and stuff. It's the paper copy. It's not what you want. What I found.
That's funny. I don't know why they did the whiting out thing. That was weird to me, but I mean, whatever. I guess.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on anymore.
Like, I guess it's
spoilers.
They're like being prepared for when the translations come in. But I don't know.
No. It was. I think it's just copyright related things that to where they're just like I don't know what they're doing. Like they just I don't know.
And what is this website with this Swahili language or whatever? Whoever this
I don't know, bro.
I have an account.
I don't know where you found this.
Anyway, it's on Google. So,
real quick,
yeah.
before we say anything, I've been wanting to say this. I'm not going to say in my review.
Oh God,
this is the weirdest pose I have ever seen. I don't know in what context. But look, Boruto can make a smolder face all he wants. Ada can sit with her butt sticking out all she wants. What? This is just, I don't know. I don't care if she's an alien. No, what is she doing?
Oh my God. Okay. So.
This is not fashionable. She's not in an action pose. She's like, I don't know. She's like having a seizure and twitching and they just took a screenshot. Like, what is she doing?
So, Kamui, couple things. First thing for this. We, right now, need to stop everything we're doing, drop and roll. We can skip that part. And we need to do this pose and see who can do it better.
Hey.
Okay, I'll go first. So I guess for stream.
Well, I figured we were just gonna do it like at the same time. Either way.
We could do that. Yeah. Well, I want all of it. I guess I could do it like. Okay. Oh no, I know how to do it. I know how I can do it. Okay. I'll take a screenshot of it, and then I'll go to the Discord. Go here. I'll open the chat. I'll put that there. Okay, the pose is there. I wish there was a way to make it bigger, but I guess that works. And then here, I'm going to... how can I flip this? Can I right click? Oh, I can right click. Okay, can I flip anywhere? Flip? No, maybe. Do you see a flip? Oh, you can't see this at all, can you? Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what you're doing.
I can de-interlace it. But okay, properties. Is there a flip so I can turn it the other way so that it's not flip vertically? Well, that wasn't helpful, but okay. I don't know why there's not a horizontal flip. Okay, what about if I drag? Oh no, it just goes the. Okay, that's extremely weird, but all right. Okay. So what if I go to I guess open source pack? I can only do that. Deactivate color space, video format, FPS. No. I don't think I. So I don't think I can flip my camera. I don't think it's allowed. I don't think it's possible. Anyways, okay.
Why do you need to flip your camera?
Because I want to put the camera on the left half of the screen, since on the Discord the picture is on the right half of the screen, so that I can have everything be shown all at once without it just being. Well, I guess I could just crop it. How do I crop it? I could totally crop it. Hang on, I know how. I can totally transform. I bet that's gonna. Oh, flip horizontal. Oh my God, I did it. Okay. We did it. Okay, we're good. Okay, so I guess if you turn your camera on, then it should hopefully work. And then everything would be good on everything.
I don't know.
Oh. Okay, there we go. Okay.
How this set up? Okay.
So it's small.
Sure
okay. Give me a second. I'm going to. This is. No, I can't.
I don't know
okay, I can't.
How far back? See, the problem is I want to stand far back enough, and I also want to see monster. I can't. If I move my thing down, I can't see. This got annoying. I want to be able to see Matsuri, and I also want to see if I have this like level in terms of everything. What is this? Oh, that's the brick in the background. I'm in front of that. Okay, that's fine. So I can't see you though, which makes it tricky. Which it
I
kind
guess
of
that's
takes away
fair.
some of the fun for me.
Well,
Oh,
you'll see it
do
on
it.
stream, I guess.
Can you do it? I guess. All right. So I need to be able to see. Okay, how can I do this so I can see myself at the same time? Damn it!
We're getting ready.
That's I really suck. Okay, I want to be able to see me to compare with Mock. Okay, I don't really need to see her hair. I
Well, to be
guess.
fair, let's just do it from the knees up, since I'm not going to be able to get my feet in the shot anyways. Like, the camera's just not
Yo,
gonna
yeah. Well, yeah. I'm still trying to figure out to get this level.
I want to, like, spread my butt cheeks just for the wide hips that she has. Like, I don't know how to do this. Like, with the
Okay,
knees
so,
together. It's...
Yeah. So I'm trying to. That's why I gotta be able to see both at the same time here. This is a lot more difficult than you guys, you viewers out there. You don't understand how difficult
you
what we're
guys,
trying to do is.
You're
Okay, so
spoiled for this one.
it's gonna be inverted. I'm gonna have to like invert. So like my right leg's gonna do what her left leg does because that's the only way I can do this in a way that I can see how she's put.
So
what
her
is this?
right arm, our left.
What is
like,
okay?
it's like
Hold on a minute.
chicken
If I'm
wing.
gonna
It's, like,
do this,
straight out.
I gotta angle my right foot to the left, my hip out, but then I gotta get my. Oh my god! What is she? Why is she standing like this?
What's in her hands like that?
And then
And then
his hand is.
front. Okay, I'm about ready. For whenever you are. Okay. So, 3, 2,
I'm working on
pose.
figuring out this pose, and then I get my head tucked. Okay, I think I've got my Matsuri.
Okay, let me zoom in on you just so it's okay.
Am I Matsuri yet? How long do we have to do this for?
You're probably good.
Okay.
Okay. Who
That's
did
not
it better,
comfortable,
chat?
man. All right, I'm gonna go look at the stream so I can see. Well, there's a
my
delay
God.
still.
Oh, is there a delay? It should be good. Okay, no, I think it's.
You can see how uncomfortable I look when I'm doing that. Like it's so uncomfortable.
That's freaking amazing. Who did it better, chat? Here, I'm gonna send this to Cam. I need her opinion.
Like, why is Matsuri doing this? I don't understand. Like,
who did it better? Man, Cam's really missing out. You can't even see my arm. Oh, that's annoying. That's okay, I guess.
yeah, I should have. I didn't want to move my chair, but like the lighting made it kind of weird, so that one arm is more noticeable than the other because of the lighting. I didn't feel like removing the whole house, you know.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll be honest, we're not getting in the chapter yet because there is something that I want to do that I forgot to do before we opened the chapter and started scrolling down.
Dude, I look so uncomfortable doing that.
Okay, there we go. Alright, that'll be back to about normal. Okay, so, Kamui.
So real quick,
yeah.
just to confirm, you do agree that this is a weird pose, right?
Oh, I mean, that's why we did it.
Are there any other weird poses of these chapters that are worth considering?
See, I'm wondering what K-pop model he was inspired from to do that pose.
yeah. What K-pop model did this pose?
Well, Kamui, I will say, I think there is a high possibility that there's something else going on, something a little bit more nefarious. So, we know that Ikimoto loves his number schemes for his chapters. Chapter 9, Karama came back. Chapter 10, focusing on Team 10, etc., etc. This is Chapter 18, if you catch my drift. I think he's going in a certain direction on this one.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I should add to this or if I should just leave it up to the viewer to understand.
I mean, do you have something to add? I feel like I covered it pretty well.
It just depends on whether the viewer understands.
I mean, listen, Kamui, I'll be honest. Looking at this picture, I don't understand how Matsuri is a girl because it just looks like she's packing. Doesn't it? Like she's got a monster.
Little female anatomy for you. I think Matsuri has a big C word.
It's ridiculous. That's not how girls look. But whatever.
I guess Matsuri's got a C word.
Well, if Konohamaru does go for her, that we're gonna have to start questioning Konohamaru.
Oodie, this is gonna put our camel insight joke into a whole nother perspective.
Oh my god. Yeah, we're gonna have to like start going back and seeing if Konohamaru's looking at Sasuke a certain type of way as kids or something.
Yeah.
I'm Shikamaru was doing it, who knows, but okay.
Yeah, like I actually, it's funny. Looking at this Kashin Koji cover, I think Matsuri's packing more than it's a very interesting writing decision. I feel like at this point, that is just a narrative decision to give Matsuri this.
It's
what would we call this?
It's interesting they made Matsuri's colors purple pink here, and for her like weird Baryon mode cloak thing. I was not expecting it to be that color. Even if it's
what
not
did you expect
canon.
it to be?
I don't know. Not that. It surprised me. I'd like to see it with different colors.
That surprising.
Oh no, it's not like the end of the world or anything. It's just surprising. I was expecting a different color. I don't know which color. I wasn't expecting a particular color. I just wasn't expecting pink. That's for sure.
Okay. I mean, I hate to use this argument, but like, Matsuri is a girl, and this is Ikimoto.
Well, to be fair, Kamui, based on what I'm seeing, I'm not so sure she's...
You're right. Maybe she's not.
She's more of a man than me. But anyways. Okay. There was one thing I wanted to do before we do the chapter. And I don't know how to...
Okay.
Here, I'm just going to stop sharing a reshare. Okay. Okay, I'm just going to open... Okay, this is your video. We're going to watch your video. So you made a chapter 17 analysis. And before jumping into chapter 18, let's dot our I's and cross our T's, and we'll finish chapter 17. Cross that road as we get there. Okay, so we're going to go to 1330, where Kamui, the YouTuber, says something extremely interesting. We'll go to 1325 just to play it safe, but let's, everyone, put on your listening ears. I did. You just have to get out of what you are and go back into it.
Yeah, so I was looking for something specific as a talking point at the same time. Trying to multitask here.
Yeah, that's right.
But anyway.
So you're good?
Yeah, I can hear.
Okay.
Oh, I assume I can.
Okay.
By any means that don't require him to devour a target, he will do so.
Okay, so beforehand, so I will say, overall, pretty good video. I agree with a good chunk of it. This is, this next portion here is going to be a little bit interesting, dare I say. So, let's see what Kamui has to say.
But why? Humanity. Identity. It is Jura's humanity that keeps him from fully committing to his path. It is Jura's humanity that fights against his instincts. His instincts are that of a Tentils. They tell him to devour things, and Jura told himself and the others to follow that path. To first devour their targets, and eventually to devour the Otsutsuki and evolve into their final form. But in order to do so, he must abandon his humanity. He must abandon his identity.
Okay, So
it's that very last part, I'm guessing.
no,
Abandon his identity.
well, not necessarily. It's like the whole thing. I don't remember exactly which based on the timestamp, but I thought that would be it. So it's not just so Jura. So okay, this is very nitpicky, I admit, because I completely understand what you're doing and why you used that H word, but to be fair, you were going a little bit too far with it. This is part of what I was saying in the Discord. Hey, by the way, join the Discord if you haven't yet. I'll do a link in the description and the comments and all of that where it's invite people. Yeah, so definitely join if you haven't yet, and you'll get to join in all these interesting discussions that we do off the stream as well. So hey, it's pinned in the comments and all that in the chat. So there you go, and perfect. All right, great. All right, cool. So okay, that being said, Kamui, remember the Shrek 2 analysis I gave in chat the other day?
No.
Okay, well, so Shrek is an
I
ogre.
don't even know if I read it. It is in chat. I might have just skipped over it.
That's fine. So Shrek is an ogre who has humanity, but he is an ogre and fully embraces that because onions and layers. So Shrek isn't a human. And you go a step further than just that in this video, as if that was enough. And you say at a different point in the video that Jura is a person. You use the word person. Jura is not a person nor a human, even if he has humanity. I feel like I understand why you use that word compared to you already used it up to that point, and up to that point it was fine. It was completely great. Get good old dandy time with the humanity. I see why you use it here. I agree with the usage here even, but I think another word such as empathy or some other words that's a little bit more specific could be a little bit better.
Keeping the rest of the sentence the same. The only other word that would have made sense is "but as a personality." Sure, I can't accept that, which is a weird thing to say versus "but as a person." So,
but Jura isn't a person. Like, especially after you made the Hunter x Hunter reference with Meruem, who you admit came from like the conglomeration of everything the Queen Ant ate, but is also a unique identity all on his own, separated from anyone in the past. And you're saying the same for Jura.
Yeah.
So Jura is nobody in that way. He's not human. He's to be fair, we know where Meruem came from. We don't know where Jura came from yet, realistically. But yeah.
Well, yeah. So in the case of, I will say when it comes to Jura, I said that. Granted, he could be a culmination, but he also could just be the opposite, to where he just is nothing at all.
Yeah.
Either way, the end result is the same. He's not a Sasuke copycat. He's just whatever he is.
Yeah.
But
well,
he's
anyway, definitely the not is, like,
human. Whereas I know what you're saying,
or a person,
and I agree that he's not a literal human. But if I don't say that, the video doesn't work. I might as well not make the video. It defeats the entire point.
I know
of the video. Like, the only way to do this properly is to do what I did. I feel like
Jura is not at all biologically a Homo sapien or anything near that.
Yeah, but again though, like if I say, but as an animal, Jura can't accept that. Okay, throw out the point.
I would say as a unique identity, as an individual. Individual is a good word. I think I would have used that word.
Individual would have been the best substitute for that, to where it would probably just be the same. I liked person. But,
to be fair,
individual would have worked
like a person. Like, I think if you were making a video on Meruem, you would have used the word individual rather than person there. But what do you think? Do you think you would have done, like, in this hypothetical, like, before even having this conversation?
I mean, the truth is, I don't know. I would just have to kind of just go with the flow. But part of the features, but comparatively, Jura just does look more human than Meruem. Like, he doesn't. Yeah. Meruem's got a tail. He's green. He's got the armor like ant stuff. Exactly. He's got a freaking helmet on his head.
Yeah. His head is a helmet. It doesn't have it on his head. It is his head.
Yeah, his head is a helmet. No, so you look at Jura. Jura is the most human looking Shinju. He
Yeah.
just looks like a human with weird hair and ragged clothes.
Exactly.
You know, and he's got weird feet, I guess, but they're like shoes. But like other than that, like he really just Ryu looks. I mean, obviously some of them look pretty human, but like Jura is the most human looking Shinju. Funnily enough, you just look. And actually, real quick, I do want to say this: if you rewind, just do like every 5 seconds until I see what I want to see.
Okay.
Okay, pause right there. Okay,
Yeah.
oh, that's fine too. So when you said this timestamp,
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't sure what you were going to go for.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was going to be this image where Jura looks weird. Because I'll admit that this part was edited by someone else. I saw it. I thought it was a very weird image of Jura. I wasn't going to change it. It was fine. It didn't really matter. But I was like, so I just thought, you know what? Like, that's what he's talking about. Jura looks fucking weird.
Bro's eye is lopsided. Why has he got that like Fugaku line on his jawline? Is he old? I thought he was a newborn.
Did he get a cut?
Yeah.
A scar? And then his face is weird. His eyes are weird. His hair is weird. Everything's weird.
So there you go. That's really the only thing I wanted to say on that. Is I just thought that was hilarious. So yeah. I guess with that.
So you agree with everything in the video minus one word.
I mean, more or less, yeah. That's the thing that really stood out to me.
Person versus individual. Got it.
Hey, you better get it right next time.
Well, okay, since we're on this subject, I did say that, like, to an extent, this is a meme, but narratively it can work. Do you think, I don't care if it's makeup tactics or if it's the Tales of a Gutsy Ninja or whatever it is, hell, the fucking Naruto manga as a reference, do you think that they're ever going to have any sort of Easter egg book, whether it ends up being just an Easter egg or an actually narratively significant thing with like Jiraiya's books or something? Do you think there will ever be a single book, even the fucking Dragon Ball manga? Will Jura read a book that is remotely an Easter egg ever? Do you think they'll ever do that?
I think the closest we would ever get would be if Jura is reading One Piece as a callback to the cameo of Naruto Chapter 700 when Boruto's drawing the One Piece logo on the Hokage Sun Monument. Especially with it still going on.
So you think Jura reading One Piece is more likely than like any of Jiraiya's books making an appearance?
It depends if they're gonna make the books be like an actually narratively significant thing or not. And I hate reading, so I'm hoping no.
Well, you don't have to read that doesn't mean that we're gonna read it, but
Well, yeah, but it means a character I like is reading, and I don't like that.
yeah, but okay, you're not complaining about Kakashi reading, bro.
Kakashi isn't reading; he's reading a picture book, which is looking, and you can never prove me wrong. You probably could.
Okay. And Jura can read that same picture book written by Jiraiya.
Well, then that's not reading.
That...
That's looking. I'd even go as far as saying it's peeping. What's up, Darshikage?
Well, I mean, personally, I want there to be something. Like I said, I do think Tales of a Gutsy Ninja would be the most narratively significant one. Make-Out Paradise would be fucking hilarious, and I would just love to get that Jura reaction, whatever it is. And even, like I said, if he's reading a One Piece manga cameo, I want something. I'm going to be disappointed. I'm going to drop the series. If Ikimoto can't be bothered, that with all this Jura reading bullshit, if he can't be bothered to give us one Easter egg, I don't care if it's the frickin' Mamushi's autobiography. I want something funny.
I mean, I'll be honest. I don't think they're going to go in that direction because I think they're going to go in the other direction if they're going to go in a direction at all. Of rather than that, especially considering they haven't done it up to this point at all. So I don't think they're going to do it going forward. But rather
That's
than
the
that,
problem. Like, the time to do it would have already happened, I feel like.
exactly. I think the more likely direction in case of books in a general concept, what they're going to do is Jiraiya wrote literal books, whereas Kashin Koji is going to write reality or whatever. I think that's a much more closer idea. Even if it's not like literal directly, it's like, even if they don't say it, it's going to be what's like narratively there, present, I think.
Well, yeah, but
It's already technically happening, but we'll see how it
Yeah.
plays out.
I just really want one of Jiraiya's literal books to be in the stories to some capacity.
The thing is, Jura's probably read like everything he can on Naruto up to this point. Like even before he went to Konoha in the first place, I'm assuming that's what he was reading. And so he should know like more than like us, maybe, about Naruto. Maybe not that, but more than like anyone in the world, probably, at least. Like he's fully got, like he should be unironically a master of information with how much he's read. Literally, he shouldn't be surprised. Like he's not reading small books, he's reading whole-on dictionaries. He's reading like multiple of them. He's read more than we have probably in our entire lives.
Bro, it's all he's done is read.
It's like been alive for like a week.
He's read a lot of books. I mean, we saw his library and how many he bought again when he went back to the bookstore.
Exactly.
Like, he's not messing around.
Yeah. So, I don't know. It's like, he, realistically going forward, he shouldn't be naive on anything. Because he's absorbed so much information, it's just ridiculous to imagine something like that would be naive at this point. Like, it's so much information. Like, I can't even imagine how much information he's read so far. And he's probably not reading the same book over and over. He's probably reading different books filled with different things. So,
I don't even know what's in these books. Like,
I mean, I doubt it's
like
like
the
a
only
cooking
book we
book
know
or
is
whatever.
he's read something that has like the ninja registry of Konoha because he knew who Shikanai was and all that. Like, that's the only thing we really know.
Yeah. I think that works. That makes sense. But, anyways.
But anyway,
So, you have read the chapter. I have not. So, the title isn't a lie. This is still a blind first reaction. That's not in the title. It's just reaction. But so, I'll be reacting to the chapter. But before that, I was hoping Kamui...
well, it doesn't matter. I'm still gonna react to the chapter.
Well, that's fair. Yeah.
It won't be blind.
But I think it's interesting when one of us goes in blind, the other goes in knowing what happens already, but like in a good reaction, I guess. Because you already like you know what's gonna happen, so like you can lead me in a direction if I start going off stray or whatever, to a certain degree, or we can just talk about it, or you can like foreshadow things, or, like drop hints, or like subtle cues, or blah blah. Anyways,
Yeah.
I like the idea. That being said, since you have read the chapter, I was hoping you could give a quick analysis summary review while I go get Boruto food.
Oh,
Okay, bye.
well, I don't know what I want to say.
You got it.
Okay, well, first of all, I don't know how. I don't know.
3 minute review, whatever it is. Buddy.
Okay. Honestly, I mean, this chapter does some things, it doesn't do other things, but I actually do think, from a certain perspective, this is one of the best Two Blue Vortex chapters. This may or may not be a popular opinion, but a couple of things this chapter does really well is one, pacing, but the biggest thing is building tension in a good way. I think this chapter did a really good job of just having tension, building and maintaining it without bogging it down with some stupid shit. So, like, I'm going to address this in my review. It doesn't so there's only two plot lines running. It's the Kawaki Ammado and then the Shinju Sand Village one. And at no point does it just interrupt it for minus the first page of Sumire doing nonsense. It's not bogging it down with the fucking elders talking to the feudal lord about stuff you don't care about and just disrupting the tension that was built. It just, when it cuts back and forth, all that's happening is maintaining the tension of the other plotline. And it's the whole chapter, and it was really good. This had very good pacing, even though it didn't do too many things all at once, but it was never interrupting. And that's something like that I feel like Two Blue Vortex does all the freaking time. I also think it's interesting it's not the most narratively significant chapter. That's not necessarily a problem. It's very plot driven, but I thought it was fun, engaging plot. I actually like this chapter. I don't have infinite new things to say. I'm actually, if anything, I'm mad that I didn't make one video, which I'll address after Oodie gets to the part. I'm just gonna post a screenshot of something funny. But I actually like this chapter. I do think it's objectively one of the best in Two Blue Vortex. I don't know if it's popular or unpopular opinion, but that's my brief overview, I guess. I don't know how long Oodie's gonna be gone for. So I guess I wish he told me how long. I don't know what to start with. Okay. Um, I think the most interesting thing is definitely the Ammado Kawaki stuff as far as what Ammado is going to do, because Ammado can't just do what Kawaki says for multiple reasons. One, well, like you said, he can't take that risk. He doesn't want to take that risk. And two, Boruto's never going to die. Kawaki's not just going to kill Boruto at chapter 50 or something. And Kawaki said he's not going to do Ammado's plan until he's killed Code, the Shinju, and Boruto. So that would mean Ammado's plan will never happen. And my god, nobody would like that. Ammado's plan has to happen. Kawaki has to do the thing. Like, we have to progress that, which means Kawaki has to do it, which means either Oodie, you back yet? Just before I keep saying anything. Okay, no, not back. Okay.
Okay. Hi.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I just stopped my thing, which I'll just get back to later.
Okay.
What I was saying, but I was just kind of figuring out something to say.
If you need to, if you want to.
No, we'll do it later, because I was just kind of bullshitting while I was like, I don't know how long he's gonna be.
Oh, I mean, well, it sounds like you had more to say, but I guess if you.
I want to just say it later.
Well, did you at least say the thing that you were going to tell me about whether the chapter was good or bad that you ended up not doing?
Yeah, I said that. Yeah.
Okay.
That part. I was just getting into random other stuff, just because I was like, I don't really know what to say. So.
That's fair. So I got my setup, I got my headphones, I got my music. Okay, that's going. After the ad, anyways. Okay, so for my Boruto food, I got these cookies that expired on December 8th. I got these Christmas cookie things. It's like a brownie and like a gingerbread man. And I got.
Okay, real quick. I'm sorry, I had to
thing.
interrupt you for this.
Yeah.
Space forgot Immortal Phoenix's name and thought his name was Eternal Phoenix.
I saw. And I don't remember what this is called. I'm going to call it Moose, just because I don't have a better name. It's not. It tastes like cheesecake. It's like Spanish, I think. Yeah, I don't know what else to say about it, but it's decently good, I guess. But yeah, there you go. So, yeah.
Why do you have like 20 desserts?
Because it's Boruto!
Well, this whole time I thought you kind of just like had one, not like you like, instead of having like, oh, I'll have a slice of cake with my Boruto chapter. It's like, yeah, I have a donut, a cake, an ice cream, a eclair, a cupcake, a pancake, a muffin, and I've got pudding, I've got frosting. I don't know, just everything.
The more the merrier. Okay, I got Fretta's over there. They're I don't know if that's what they're called. And I got pretzel chocolate things over there too. Probably not going to get to those. I got way too much. I'm not going to get to all this anyways. It's
I would hope not. So much for trying to stay lean and healthy.
Listen, Cowboy. There's a
You're
reason.
just going to eat 2,000 calories of only sweets.
There's a reason these cookies expired on December 8th, okay? Wherever they are. Right there. Okay. So I don't want to hear nothing about, oh, you're eating too much jam. Okay, so no, I don't, because you know I don't, because otherwise those cookies wouldn't be here right now would they? But I won't eat them all anyway, so. Okay, that being said, we can begin the chapter. I'm going to stop sharing my camera because there's no reason to anymore, so I can turn the light off and actually enjoy my night by laying down, and yeah.
I'm gonna go start cooking something, I think.
Well, intermission as I get ready, I guess.
Well, no, you don't need to do an intermission. I don't need to look. Like, I know what happens.
Well, like a 20-second intermission as I...
Well, actually, no, what do you mean? I didn't even need to do that. I can just pull it up on my phone. Like, I just pull up the chapter, and I'll just use context clues to figure out where you're looking.
Okay, you know what? Screw it. I will show, since I'll have one of them anyways. It's, okay. These things. Have you had these? These are good. These ball
I
things?
just walked away.
Okay, well, you'll see them later.
All right, what are you showing me? You're not even sharing just your thing.
I'm not sharing my... Oh my god! Watch the stream. I don't care. Okay, if you care that badly. Otherwise, don't bother.
You know what? I give up. I'm going away.
Ridiculousness. I don't know how to open this. No, I did. I figured it out.
Bro, I just realized, okay, this is kind of funny, but like the second page of... I want you to just look at the second page of the chapter and tell me Ikimoto doesn't waste pages.
Once I get there. Okay, spoilers. Alright, I got these two. Okay, cool. So I'm really decked out. Look at that, Chad. I got Hershey's Kisses and Reese's, whatever that is. Peanut butter cup? Yeah, that's what it's called. Okay. I got way too much, but it was a way more than I usually have. That's okay. Okay, so that's good. And I can go back to, I guess, setting up. So I'm going to take all my headphones off and get ready. Okay. Oh god, I'm not ready. It's falling apart. I'm gonna lay down to do this. Put my headphones on. It's like, cannot do it since everything's falling down on me. Oh god, it's still falling. I need the light back on.
What?
It's ridiculous. I hate it. Okay, I'm just gonna take my headphones off again. It's not working out. Oh my god! It's so frustrating to do stuff. This is so finicky. One step at a time until I get my setup actually correct. But I'm almost there, Kamui, don't you worry.
Okay.
Not let me get my music going. Oh god, it's freaking, of course it's tangled a little bit now. Untangle that. There we go. Okay, I got that. And now for the U headphones, so I can hear you. And we're in business. That was ridiculous. But we did it. Good job, both of us. I'm proud of you for enduring that, guy.
Yeah, like a shinobi, I endured.
You could easily defeat Jura with that endurance, but...
Yeah.
Shout out Draco. What are you doing on your phone, son? I thought I took it. Okay, anyways. So shout out Draco. Okay. Anyways, so the chapter. All right, so scrolling down, and hey, it's Sumire. So I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty sure I did see this panel.
Wait, hold on. You skipped something.
No,
How
I
is
mean,
it's not showing up on yours?
it's not on mine.
You skipped the singular. Here, how about this? I'm just gonna post this in chat for you.
Okay. Well, thank God I have you here. I just wouldn't have known I missed a page. Oh, I don't know why I did that. Okay.
It's posted.
Okay.
So Jonathan Oliver, he just can't. There's just no pages you could cut anywhere. He's using all of them. So much space. None of it wasted, right?
Okay.
Or what about page 3? It's here. Let me just post this in chat just to make sure we're on the same page. Like quite literally.
Literally, yeah.
This is the only wasted page really in the chapter. Just Sumire walking. Just a whole page dedicated to it. And also, she's doing the knees, the feet turned inwards thing at the bottom there.
But Kamui,
Sort of.
the narrative significance of it. Now we know she's determined to get from one place to the other. That's character development.
She doesn't even look that determined.
Well, you know, Kamui, there's a push and pull to all things, so there's a part of her that's hesitant because she's scared of change, and that's just part of her personality, of her philosophy of the stoicism.
Also, this is kind of random, but I just know. Actually, I don't know if I should say this, but anyway, moving on. Page 4 is when the chapter really starts.
Well, okay, that's fair, but I do want to say on page 3, what's up with all the ticks with her walking? That's not the normal walking sound effect, right?
Well, I assume it's because of her high heels, but like,
I guess
he was real creative with the onomatopoeia using the exact same 129.
But are we sure it's not something else? Like what if it's like a clock on the wall, or what if it's something ticking in the room? Well, you know it's not, but
I mean, in theory, sure, but like,
well, hang on. What if it's the tick of Kawaki's limiters being removed? Scrolling down. Oh, maybe I was right. Oh,
not quite.
Well, Kawaki, relax, Sumire. I'm totally sane. It may look a tad violent, but we're just
actually,
I like that. Yes.
I don't know whether to say this or not.
Well, okay. What I would say, if this was Obito, you wouldn't believe him. Right? Am I wrong? But because it's not Obito, it's plausible.
Well, what? Depends on context. There's no correct answer to what you're saying. It just depends on.
Okay.
Either way, okay, I'm just gonna say it. I think No, I'll save it.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, Kawaki's just having a tad talk. Not a tad talk. He's having a tad violence with just having a talk, but having a tad talk. And of course, she just ... as a reaction. Of course, yes. At this point, I don't.
Okay, I'm liking the way you're reacting. This is gonna make it much easier later.
I don't care that you've been tinkering with my body like it's a toy. Mello's going to freak out at that one. He's gonna hate that one. However, that is now. I'll decide things from here on. Oh! I did see Saran made a Twitter post about Kawaki's hair here. Like can't get it right. He cannot stick Kawaki's design, especially when it comes to hair for all characters. But
especially cool.
He looks like Kawaki's voice actor with hair.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's not consistent. Like, it just always looks different. And this top left panel, it's just so far to the left.
I don't
compared to
understand.
normal.
Yeah, like, Kawaki isn't bald on the entire half of his head. He's not Jura. That's not how his hair works.
And he's not leaning that far to the left or anything. Like, standing normal. And then in the next panels,
Well, okay,
all of a sudden
actually,
you can
hang
see
on.
the hair on his
So,
right again.
real quick, maybe this is further proof Kawaki is Jura. Thoughts?
Well, the problem is that in the next panel, you just see the hair on the right side of his head again. So.
Well, my point is, his hair is weird and inconsistently
Huh.
weird. Just like
Yeah, so
Jura.
you got a point with that one. That's definitely a good argument. I will give you that.
I love how he's
'Cause
saying
no-
his settings. Like that's just a thing. Like he
Oh, yeah.
is a robot. Like amplify
Yeah, like
Vincent
he's-
Howard into that.
like it's a video game.
If you won't, then you're of no use to me, and I'll kill you. Rocky. I'm not kidding. Look in my eyes. You see that, right? It's okay.
Okay,
I do
real
like
quick,
that.
real quick.
Yeah.
I do like that too. But also, this is very random. But considering in my Death Note rewatch, I just got done watching the part where Light says that to L, where he's like, "Look into my eyes. Does this look like the face of someone who is lying?" So I'm just kidding. I was like, "Oh my god, it's Lily Light." The scene I just saw.
But just to make sure we're on the same page, why do you like this line?
Besides what I just said,
Yes.
which line?
Look into my eyes.
I just like yeah. I mean, there's different things that I would say, but like generally, I just like I like it. It's like I'm serious. Look into my eyes. Do I look like I'm joking? No. Okay.
Well,
believe
yeah,
me.
that is like the
But-
first layer that I like it. Just as not just as a cool line, but also
But
for
another. But
Cindy
hold on. I'm
Kawaki
not
to
done.
say.
I'm not done though.
Yeah. Okay.
Another reason would be that this is dependent. Well, okay. Now you're putting me in a bad spot right now. Actually.
Oh God. Well, it's dependent on something prior rather than something coming up.
Well,
It's not.
what I'm going to. What I will say, what I want to say for something I like about it, which would be really cool, would be a spoiler because it will happen. And then, so I can't really say until after the fact.
Okay. Well, not only is it cool, but it's also cool for specifically Kawaki. It's like abused child who's probably like Gara would say he is the darkness in his eyes, and you could tell he's serious based on that. Aside from that, the layer of this that I like, Kawaki's telling him to do something he's been doing all along. He's been literally looking through Kawaki's eyes. We saw him do that last chapter, or 2 chapters ago, whatever it was. 3, maybe?
Yes. So, 3, but yes, I completely agree there. There's another thing though. I'm glad you didn't say it because I'll say it
Ooh.
after we get to it.
Okay.
Oh,
now I'm wondering what the thing, like he's saying eyes plural, and is going to be a plot twist he only has one eye or something? Anyways, I'll scroll down. Okay, well, I like how he's saying look into my eyes as he's holding his head up, physically unable to look. Especially with the glare of the glasses just beaming into his eye sockets. Oh, that must suck. Anyways. Choose your answer carefully if you want to keep living. Only babble when you're asleep, Kawaki. Why would he say that? Like, is he trying to get himself killed? Maybe he is, though. That's the thing. That's an interesting idea. Okay. They're really playing with something. He's sweating, though. But maybe, well, to be fair, let me retract that statement as if that's something special.
Just ignoring all context. This is Ikimoto. It's
Yeah,
nothing at this point. The sweating doesn't matter.
Exactly. Interesting eyes, though. So I think he's gonna make a deal. I think he's gonna make the deal that he'll do it
as long as he puts the karma seal on Delta or whatever, and then he'll gladly retract the ball. It's weird that, by the way, it's really weird that he's saying amplify his settings or whatever instead of just remove the limiter. Like, Boruto didn't even say anything about settings. He only mentioned limiter. He's just coming up with this on his own through his own words.
That's not true, actually. The chapter will make this abundantly clear, but what Ammado did was he adjusted Kawaki so that he basically partitioned all of Kawaki to be defensive and regenerative so that he basically can't die, which limits his offense. He limited his offense to raise his defense. What Kawaki wants is the inverse. Raise my offense to the max, no matter what that does to my defense. That's basically what Kawaki wants.
Interesting. Okay. So scrolling down, we got Kawaki's eye dojutsu, I guess. Oh, something. Interesting. Oh my god, what did he say? Only babble in your sleep. He deactivated him like it's Delta, bro! That's actually cool. Okay, I like that.
So now I can say what I was going to say earlier.
I like that.
The thing I like about the look into my eyes
I like
thing.
it too.
What does Ammado do when he removes code's limiters and shuts down Delta? He looks into their eyes. It's like he's asking for it.
I love it, bro. It's fucking cool. Oh my god.
I also like how Ammado always he follows the same principles every time. Like his codes aren't subtle. It's just sleep, Kawaki, sleep, Delta. There's no dress code. That one's the most unique one. But
I wouldn't know what he was thinking when he made that one. Wow.
There's no dress code. That one actually is subtle.
Unironically, it works for Delta though. That's the thing. Not for code randomly.
Yeah. And then only babble in your sleep is pretty goofy. It's time to go to sleep. Delta is the one that makes the most sense.
To be fair, he probably shouldn't make one that long, but I guess he doesn't want to accidentally say it.
Yeah, who says sleep? It just turns off everyone.
It's like Delta, an emergency shutdown code. So, why does Sumire know this?
Because chapter 74, Sumire literally shuts off Delta. She was given, same with Katasuke.
Yeah.
They were given the code to do it.
Yeah. Okay. But this implies they didn't know it was on Kawaki at all, seemingly, which is interesting. Okay.
Well, they did. Because remember, the only person Ammado told was Shikamaru, and they, I guess, seemingly just forgot about that conversation because it just never brought up again. Yeah. So it seems like nobody knew.
Okay. You're impeccable timing, you see. Can you help me move him? Poor Kawaki. Okay, we're going back to the desert. And they, okay. Araya and Yodo stood up. Okay. So that removes that funny idea that we had about the last chapter of what they could do next chapter.
Well, I'll tell you this. I'll hype you up in a vague way. This chapter does do something we wanted.
Interesting. Okay.
Something specific we said would be funny and we kind of low-key wanted to happen. It does do it.
Yeah.
To some extent. It doesn't enough that I'm going to count it.
I will say, Araya and Yodo, not even pretending to look friendly. Yodo.
Oh yeah, especially Yodo. That's actually commented on.
Yeah.
Guilty.
I'm sure, yeah. And the one with the blade is Araya brought his blade. That's the distinguishing feature that Mitsuki wants to point out. Not the one with the belt buckle or anything. No, the weapon.
Not the one who's got his eyes covered up.
Yeah.
I'm the one who can't see anything right now.
Yeah, you see that guy with the sharp attacking object on his back that he can... Yeah, that's Araya. Right there. And we got the panel of them looking at each other. That's actually the thumbnail.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. Is it my imagination? Or is she totally glaring at me? Oh, snap. And then Sarada looks back. I think Sarada should do something about that. Oh, sorry, she's shy. Shy. I like it. That's hilarious. Especially if it works on Ryu, who just probably doesn't know what shy means. Take your time to warm up. Tone it down, Yodo. You're not a kid anymore. Oh, he's thinking that. Okay, I thought he was saying that out loud, and Ryu was gonna be like, wait, what?
I wasn't sure if he was whispering because it looked kind of like the whisper bubble, but I think it was the thinking bubble. Let me double check. Well, he did it in a way that's a little bit confusing. I think it's the thinking bubble, but like he made it ever so slightly like the whisper one, which made it slightly hard to tell. There's a slight difference. But anyway.
So, this is a first and a monumental occasion. This is worthy of celebration, Kamui. ... And that's the situation. Kamui. Ikimoto did off-screen recap. You know what? To be fair, he wasted an entire page on the logo. Well, I'm saying that Matsuri must have told Konohamaru the situation off-screen. I'm assuming this isn't picking up immediately.
Your translation stop is okay. Oh wait, I should be looking. Hold on. That's just mine says. What do you wait? Oh, I'm an idiot. I'm looking at the wrong panel. Never mind.
Oh my god. Are you not just watching on my share screen?
I told you I'm upstairs cooking.
Yeah, I guess I don't know what you're looking at it on, but whatever. Okay.
I'm just looking at the chapter on Viz, and I'm just scrolling in accordance to where I think you are.
Fair enough. Yeah. That's so. Yeah. No. Recap off screen. This is huge, right?
Yeah, this is a monumental moment in the history of Two Blue Vortex. Ikimoto stopped recapping. You know, I'm surprised he didn't just spend like 5 pages recapping whatever.
I mean, again, he had to make up for it by making that entire 1 page of just logo. Besides that,
and then the entire page of Sumerate walking.
The hilarious thing to me, at least you seem physically fine, and your color's good. Obviously, this is in reference to her, like, not blushing anymore, which, by the way, she is still blushing, but that's whatever. But, like...
Well, I think it's just, like, you're not pale, like...
Well, but Kamui.
Which, of course she's not... Of course she's not pale. She's red.
Pale. like, her color isn't good. It doesn't look like skin. What's he judging good on? Hidari, who doesn't look normal? I have no
Just look at Hidari's feet.
I have no idea why, but for whatever reason... Wait, what? Oh, it seems like I was super nervous. But as we talked, I started feeling more and more normal. How could that be? Maybe because we just met. It's not uncommon. Feel like I'm finally my true self. I'm really enjoying talking to you. Okay, that's a new translation, right?
Yeah. I am my true self, is what this one's saying.
Yeah. See, I guess. That's a good thing, eh? Would it be okay if I called you Konohamaru-chan? So, obviously this was a spoiler. I guess a sneak peek, blah blah blah. So do you think Matsuri's looking through Konohamaru's lie of saying maybe because we just met, it's not uncommon? Considering Matsuri's met other people before, do you think she's putting 2 and 2 together? Despite the fact you already know.
That was going to be a separate... So first, what's your question again?
So, Konohamaru knows she's reacting all nervous like this because Matsuri likes him. But he's saying, maybe because we'd just met. Matsuri's met other people before.
I can't answer that
Okay.
because the answer would just answer
Well,
correctly, and yeah. So
answer based on the
can't
sneak
answer that.
peek rather than the chapter. So pretend like you don't know.
Okay. In that case, I guess the answer would be no. She doesn't see through it, seemingly, based off that one page alone and no other context.
Okay. There it was. There's one more thing I want to say. Oh yeah. So I don't understand, and hopefully this chapter is going to clear it up, considering that's seemingly what this page was doing anyway. So I'm glad they're doing this. It's not that I don't understand. I'm curious if they will like go with explaining what Matsuri's idea is, especially now that she's calmed down, because that's her target. She knows she's supposed to devour her target. So why isn't she doing that? I want the story to explain that for me, rather than make me come up with an explanation.
Yeah.
Like, it's fine to be flirty and talk to him or whatever, but you are a Tin Tails monster person thing, so I'm curious what the explanation's gonna be, assuming they give one. That's what I want to see. Probably the most of the whole thing. Oh my god! We can. Oh my god! Like that. Okay. Are you? I like that. Come look at Hamaru. Okay, so I'm guessing this is kind of Hamaru having memories rather than Matsuri, but I could imagine either way. At first, I thought it was Matsuri, but I haven't scrolled down yet to see. Okay, I think it's So it is Konohamaru, right? Yeah, or not? Okay, so you got the impression it's Konohamaru. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Looking at Matsuri, what's the matter? Nothing. With the split beads. So, where is it? This clue. Oh my god, it's happening.
That's what I was referring to. That's what I was referring to. They did it. I was so happy when I saw this page. One of my favorite pages. I was just like, yes. And look at Sarda's. We'll finish it, but then look at Sarda's reaction.
I am going to relish in glory as I read this word for word. That might lead to that Boruto guy. You said you saw
I love
something.
That Boruto guy.
You said you saw something around here, right? Exclamation!
Exclamation point.
That's not just an exclamation point. That is a whole ass dialogue bubble for an exclamation point. It's a big exclamation point too. Oh right, we did, didn't we? That would be. And he starts doing the sand thing. Okay. Mitsuki doing side eye. I like it's Mitsuki. Again, keeping that consistent with the previous chapters. Oh, he's not attacking. He's doing whatever he's doing. Okay. Mitsuki in the background with his hair looking a little interesting. Okay.
At least he's not pointing his feet inwards like Sarada.
What are you doing? It's my detection ability. I'm spreading iron sand around. Okay, just like Gar in the Warg.
Yeah.
I learned a lot of things using it. That's interesting. Weird he wasn't already doing that, but whatever. Especially after finding the
he wasn't doing it with Matsuri, seemingly.
Yeah. I'm gonna poke around this area a bit. If Boruto is anywhere nearby, I'll find him real quick. Interesting. I don't think this would work underground, right? Only just whatever the sand would touch.
Well, it kind of depends on some of the specifics, to be fair. But actually, I do want to say something, but I want to wait till you get to a certain part to say it. I want to put this on my review. It's something I think, it's not necessarily what they're going for, but there's two things I think are really cool about Shinki's vague detection ability here that I want to say, but I want to wait till we get to a certain point to say it.
Okay. So also another thing. Where do you think the iron sand is coming from? Do you think it's being teleported from somewhere? Do you think it is his clothes, but it's not coming off his clothes?
That's what I was gonna say. It's either it's unclear. Either way, it's OP. He's either teleporting his iron sand through the claw marks, in which case it could be arguably coming from Shinki or / Gaara's
that's interesting.
dome thing.
Yeah.
Alternatively, his claw marks are turning into iron sand is the alternative.
Yeah.
Either way, it's cool, and either way, it's OP.
I
Because it doesn't
agree.
really matter. No matter what, he has it at all times, comes out of nowhere. Like, all of his body is available to be iron sandified in either case. So, like, it's pretty cool. I like it.
I do have a third interpretation. It's probably the weakest, but probably the goofiest. He has the iron sand in between his clothes and his skin. Like he just dumped a bucket of iron sand down his pants or whatever.
Yeah, it's in.
Uh,
He's wearing the jacket over the iron sand, not the other way
Exactly.
around, like Shiki.
yeah. Huh? And touching Yodo, and that's an emphasis, and she's angry. Oh, he's gonna learn. Interesting how seemingly none of the others are angry or can like hide their emotions literally rather than physically. But, what mighty bloodlust you've got, Ms. Yodo, bro. I was right about you. Your bloodlust is off the charts.
Okay, now I can say my thing.
Yeah.
So there's a couple of possibilities, but clearly Ryu is able to sense bloodlust with this. So just the first is just a theory on that. Blood as iron, iron sand. I'm wondering if it's almost like it's like setting off like a metal detector or alarm signal to where like when you're more bloodlusted, something about your blood is just more sensey for Ryu. It just like sets off an alarm basically. He notices it, which is how he senses bloodlust. I think that's cool. And similarly, I think that also could play a role in him sensing code before anyone else in chapter 15, because what does Code have? He has claw marks. What do the claw marks have? Iron from Code's blood. So whether he's bloodlusted or not, I think that plays a role so he can sense Code / his claw marks more easily than everyone else with his iron sand, which is why he's the one who notices, not even Matsuri, who's like the sensory god, apparently, which I think is cool. Now, the third thing, which I do not think Ikimoto is going for, and technically, this doesn't even actually make sense. It's just something my mind thinks about that I think is cool. Like I said, it's not what he's going for. I already know this, but I think it's cool. My mind draws to this. So in the Chunin exams, Gaara's sand is just soaked in blood from all the people he kills. And the data books actually say, like, the more blood he accumulates, the stronger his sand gets.
Yeah.
And it just makes me think about that because it's like he's sensing bloodlust with it. Gaara had blood in his sand. Like I said, it's not what he's going for. It doesn't actually make sense. I just think about it, and it's cool that I think about it. That's all.
Well, I think they definitely wasn't going with literally because of the blood. I think they were going like Gaara's bloodlust more so. But
Well, either way.
now, I will say, I like your interpretation. I think it's better than mine. I like yours more than mine. So my interpretation is more generally vague and basic. It's just that we know the sand, the iron dust particle, whatever, they all have chakra in them, which is how they're able to move the particles. So I was just going to say that, like, through, like, whatever Ninshu nonsense, he's literally connecting his chakra to Yodo. Similar like Ino with Naruto in the War Arc to spread his memories or whatever. Thoughts?
I definitely like mine better.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't let it bother you. I'm always like
So I'm just going to go with it until Ikimoto
no.
proves otherwise.
All of us ninja are. That's the. Why would you say that? Man, she really is confident that she could just say whatever she wants and it's not gonna ruin the mission, huh? Bro, all of us ninja are is the worst thing she could have said. Why would she say that? Unless Ryu's just like,
Well, don't worry,
it.
Oodie.
He's just
You're going to
down.
think Yodo gets dumber by the minute.
Oh god. Da. Hey Ryu, can I ask you? The worst thing about this, the others aren't setting off bloodlust detectors, so he just knows blatantly she's obviously lying immediately. Like, why would she say that? It's so bad. And if either way,
it's bad either way, because in one interpretation, he just knows she's a liar. In the other, he just thinks that all ninja are bloodlusted, which I'm assuming would be a bad thing.
It also goes against what Jura said about the Konoha Shinobi.
Exactly. Hey, Ryu, can I ask you something? Is he gonna, like, turn up his bloodlust and be like, see, she's right? It's like, turn on his sage mode.
No, Mitsuki is the one person. Mitsuki and Araya, I feel like, are definitely the MVPs of this team. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like people who don't screw things up.
Considers Boruto a criminal. That's why we're hunting him down. Oh snap! I like it in the intel. Why are you guys looking for him? So this isn't Jura, and this isn't the first 4 Shinju either. I'm really curious what Ryu's answer in particular is going to be, since he's referring to him as that Boruto guy.
I know, I thought it was so funny that there was the Viz's translation still doing that guy thing.
Yeah.
That Boruto guy.
Honestly, I don't totally understand it myself, but he apparently knows too much about stuff. Oh my god! Like the Thorn Bolt. Bro.
Okay, real quick.
Oh my god.
I've been wanting to say this.
Yeah.
So,
I can't believe
this
you said
isn't
that.
actually important. This isn't actually important at all. I just want to emphasize, like, that this doesn't actually matter in any capacity. But, like, so they shortened Thorn Soul Bulb to Thorn Bulb.
Mhm.
And they picked the worst version possible. Thorn Soul and Soul Thorn are just so much cooler and make so much more sense than Thorn Bulb. Like, you first of all, you remove the soul part, which is like the most interesting, most important, the thematically important part of this, and you pick Thorn Bulb. Weirdest thing, makes no sense. The dumbest name possible. I'd rather it be Thorn Soul Bulb than Thorn Bulb, even though Thorn Bulb is shorter, because it's just so stupid. Soul Thorn or Thorn Soul was so much cooler.
Like, the Thorn Bulbs are just something I could imagine in real life. Like, that doesn't have any divineness to it. Why do they go with that, of all things? It's just the only wrong
Sounds so
one.
weird.
But it's really crazy to me that he's just talking so openly about the Thorn Bulbs, considering that's the reason they're hunting down Boruto's, because he knows about them. To be fair, Jura seemingly knows that everyone around Boruto knows about the Thorn Bulb because they saw it, but the difference is that Boruto actually knows, like Ryu's saying here, quote-unquote, too much. Obviously, Boruto told other people who have then spread that word like wildfire, so that now everyone knows about them. So, if Jura knew that, then everyone here would be on Jura's kill list, I guess. But it's really weird that he's... not weird, but it's interesting that Ryu, in particular, is just speaking so nonchalantly about the Thorn Bulbs, which is the intel that he's hunting Boruto down for.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I will add a caveat. I do think it also matters that Boruto not only knows all this information, but he's actually able to do something with it, whereas, like, frickin' Sarada can't do shit. Whether he does, like, Juri doesn't care that Sarada knows about it, because what is she gonna do? She's gonna get bodied by Hidari, you know? So I do think that also plays a role, in addition to the knowledge. But yes, I do get what you're saying.
Yeah, a lot of other things too. What? Oh no, tell me the other things! No, he's moving on! He's become a rather inconvenient friend. What a nonsense, nothing thing to say. I don't care, I already know that. So Odojura decided to kill him. No. So, okay. Ikimoto's being too lazy to do it, so we're gonna do Ikimoto's job for him. What other things does Boruto know? A lot of other things, I should clarify. Kamui?
Who Jura is?
Keep in mind, this has to be knowledge that Jura knows. Not that we know, but that Jura knows.
That people can be freed with the Thorn Soul Bulbs.
It can't all be about the Thorn Bulbs. I mean, I guess it can, but different.
That's also not a lot of other
aspects.
things. That's only one other thing.
like, what do you
Because the
mean?
problem is, like, Jura doesn't know that Boruto knows all about the future.
I mean, Jura knows he has an accomplice. Do you think that's one of the reason he wants to Boruto to die? I don't think so. It's just another person to kill, I guess. But
Yeah, if anything, it's one of the reasons Boruto doesn't need to die. But this is why chapter 13 is so bad. Because the accomplice isn't a reason to kill Boruto. It's one of the reasons he didn't kill Boruto. Even though he immediately says afterward that he wants to kill Boruto. It just... what Ryu is saying proves why chapter 13 is bad.
Yeah. I don't know, bro.
He wants to kill Boruto for the reasons he says in chapter 12. So why didn't he kill Boruto in chapter 13? The only answer you can give is basically Majora character analysis, which is fine for the narrative, but you have to make the plot fit the narrative. The plot didn't.
Yeah. So,
because it's giving us these answers that don't make sense. If they just didn't address it, fine, that kind of works. But the fact that they're doing the opposite.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So I thought this was hilarious. So Sarada isn't thinking this; she's saying this. So Sarada's dialogue, looking at strictly Sarada, is thorn bulbs. Thorn bulbs.
I didn't even realize she said it twice.
Yeah, it's like back to back, bro.
Well, yeah,
And then I think
it's
I remember
so bad.
Boruto mentioning those things. So Kamui, imagine. I'm like, I come up to you. I'm a CIA agent. I'm like, yeah, have you heard of Jeffrey Floblenheimer, your neighbor? Yeah, we actually want to kill him because he knows about those Filipinian documents that leaked out. And you're like, oh, those Filipinian documents? Yeah, I remember him mentioning those to me. Okay, you just put yourself on the kill list. Potentially. Like, why would
exactly.
you say that?
He just got done, he knows too much about thorn bulbs. Oh, I remember Boruto mentioning, no, you shouldn't have said that, Sarada. You should have said, oh, he never mentioned that to us. Make it seem like Boruto's a bad guy to you. Not like you're on his side, because now it's like, why? Wait, Boruto told you about these? So wait, are you allies? So stupid.
Yeah,
Mitsuki is the only, in Araya so far, Mitsuki and Araya, they get the mission. Sarada she's trying just bat miserably. Yodo's not even trying. Girl's just like, your number one enemy, I'm gonna kill you. Be my friend so I can kill you, bro. That's Yodo. How stupid are you?
It's like Ikimoto's trying to do a stupid off between Hidari, Ryu, and Sarada.
Yes.
I guess like father, like son.
It is Hidari. No, you're right. Hidari and Sarada is a stupid off. I'm not gonna lie. Hidari's like, what's my business? What do you mean? And Sarada's like, everyone's like, Sasuke. Sasuke hint here, Sasuke hint there. Boruto says Sasuke. Who are you?
Oh my god.
But you know what? I'm starting to think maybe Sasuke just is stupid and it passed down to Sarada as well as Hidari. Sasuke's just been wrong, and this whole time he's just been getting lucky with his guesses. Deep down, he's just stupid.
The reason that in the Sheen arc he tried to stab Sarada at the beginning isn't because he forgot what Sarada looked like, or because she's grown up so much since he last. It's because he was so stupid he didn't know what to do.
It's just like Hidari, man. He just sees Sarada, he goes for the kill. They're so alike.
Now, I will say, Sarada's trying to play it off here naturally by lying, but she is in a way inadvertently also telling the truth. Because she doesn't think she remembers. No, she knows Boruto not only mentioned those, but told her all about it. But she should be saying, like you're saying, he didn't say anything about him at all, rather than doing a half-truth, half-lie, like a white lie meeting somewhere in the middle. Because this is like giving Ryu a line to pull you from.
Exactly.
Like, don't give
You're
him
just
any
outing
slack.
yourself.
Just throw in the rope to hang yourself with. Hey, Ryu.
Not
maybe
only
we
that, though.
can-
Not only that, though. If you look at the next thing she says,
Maybe we can.
she just makes it so
use the
painfully
heart to
obvious
speak to
that like
Naruto.
she
Oh my
knows more
God.
about these.
What do you think? It's crazy. Okay, but that's interesting because does Sarada think this? Okay, I'm curious what Sarada thinks. Does Sarada think that there can be a Soul Thorn without a Shinju? Or is she saying this knowing the only way would be like for Ryu or Matsuri just to like intentionally sacrifice themselves to lure Boruto out?
I was asking that same question. I'll go ahead and say the chapter's gonna give you something to work with, but
because
I was asking the same thing. Like, what is she
read it
think?
all, obviously. Because I'm curious if this is like what Mitsuki was doing, trying to fish out more information about the Soul Thorns, which is kind of stupid considering it's about the Soul Thorns and that's going to get yourself killed. Similar to what Mitsuki was doing, or if she's trying to do not the Yodo approach, but the like, hey, like we're friends, so like, hey, da. Like, I don't know which one she's going for here, but
We're friends, so die.
you can trust us. Oh, okay, Kawaki. He's blinking. That's not a blink. He just opened his eyes, but I get the idea.
It's the opposite of a blink, if anything.
Actually, Kawaki never shut his eyes in the first place. He just turned off. Like we saw, even with Delta, her eyes didn't shut when she was deactivated. Kawaki never.
But maybe he did blink.
Maybe he did. Yeah,
Maybe
when
he did blink,
reactivated, he just his open eyes blinked. We're saying after that. He sits up. So, okay. Do you think Sumire did help Ammado move him? Or was Ammado like, oh, fine,
Yeah.
I'll do it myself?
Well, both are kind of funny. I think she did help him.
Yeah. I mean, she's here. I don't think Ammado would just let her be here otherwise.
He'd be like, all right, you get out of here if you're not going to help me.
Exactly. Don't flip out, Kawaki. Let's have a civil talk. So, do you think Kawaki knows what happened?
I think he put two and two together.
Okay. I really, really hate to derail to something that doesn't matter. What's up with Sumire's tie? I don't know, it's just standing out to me. It's a little bit peculiar. Like, it's all stripy. Like, is this like bring your tie to work day? She doesn't usually have a tie on. It doesn't look like it. It's so short as well.
she
I've
does.
never seen a tie this short.
She's had the tie on up in time skip.
Okay, fair enough.
I don't know why. It's kind of weird, but
it's a little bit weird, but I don't know. I guess it works. Whatever. I do hear your point. Man, you know what'd be cool is if Kawaki had the handcuffs on. Especially considering they're saying Ammado made them when they put him on Boruto.
Okay, so I completely agree with what you're saying. He should have been restrained, and it also would have been a cool parallel to Boruto with the handcuffs in chapter 14. That being said, what I thought you were going to say, which you will definitely find hilarious, is, you know what would be cool? If Kawaki actually had a point.
Well, you're right. I did find that funny. Okay, so I, again, hate to derail to something that doesn't matter at all in the slightest. What is this?
What is what? I'm not looking,
Okay,
so
yeah,
you'll
was
have to
afraid
just
of that.
like
Okay, so
describe
on
what
the
you're
panel
talking.
above where Kawaki sits up, in the background, there's this object with a black square on it and a black like rectangle, and it like keeps going down seemingly. But what is this whole thing? Like, specifically
Box.
this
I'm not
square
really sure.
I don't think it's a box. Like, that's a very jet black dark square and rectangle on whatever object this is.
Oh, are you asking what the square is or what the box is?
Just the whole thing in general, but I guess why those shapes are on it in that way as well. Like, this is
I'm
Ammado's
not
lab.
sure because because the important thing in Amado's lab isn't that. So I'm not sure.
Yeah. Like, do you think this is a highly advanced piece of astronomical technology that only Amado of all people in the world has, or is this just like a ventilation system or whatever? Just a normal,
I think it's
like,
just like an air
a
vent.
light fixture.
Yeah, I think it's just like the ventilation system or something.
Well, the thing is, we see the ventilation system and the lights in here already, so unless it's just another one, I don't know. It's standing out.
It's an AC unit to keep Amado from sweating.
Oh, he doesn't have a sweat bead on that panel. Oh, but he does have
Yeah.
Jura's Fugaku jawline on this panel. Interesting.
Okay, Jura is Amado. Confirmed.
Okay. Anyways, now bow. Let's have a civil chat. I do hear your point. Oh yeah, okay. Now I see why you're saying it'd be funny if of what you thought I was saying with Kawaki no point. The divine trees are definitely a threat, and I did not foresee their emergence at all. Do you believe him? Before I go on.
Yes, because he had a solo reaction asking
True.
himself, "What is this guy?" in Chapter 8.
Yeah.
That being said, I'm curious what you think about this. Because my thought, if I was Kawaki, would be, no shit. How and why could you have foreseen this? I almost feel. Do you think it's sus that like the fact that like Amado would consider the possibility of foreseeing it, or do you think that's just like him saying it in kind of a weird way? Because it's
Actually,
like
no, that's a good point, because he's saying, I do hear your point, and then he says, the divine trees are definitely a threat. That goes along with the point that he hears. And I did not foresee their emergence. Why is he telling that to Kawaki at all in the first place? Like, that's not something Kawaki cares to hear about. Like, that is sus in a way.
But exactly, I'm like, it's because was Kawaki accusing you of foreseeing this? It does like nobody like it'd be like, why would you need to like? Of course you didn't. Like the fact that he's like going out of his way to say it almost makes it seem like it's sus. Like because even if it's true and he didn't foresee it, it's like, so did you foresee something else? This works in my theory of Amado manipulating code with the Ishiki message to
I
where
agree.
in this case it'd be like, I thought something else was going to happen with code shenanigans. Like I'd be like, well, I was manipulating code. I just didn't expect this to happen with it, kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I feel. But you could argue it's just him saying shit. Like it doesn't actually matter.
Okay. I will have to modify your ability settings to a fully offensive power form in order to stand up against them. So he's saying fully. So is that like 100% from 0%? Like zero defense now, or is it gonna be like a 90?
Yeah,
10,
exactly. That's what I was
80?
gonna say. He just has no defense. He gets hit once and he dies.
Like a paper
It's like,
cut, he
you remember
explodes.
I was gonna say, you remember that JJK villain in Shibuya where it was like inverse to where you just have to like tap him and he like dies basically?
Yeah.
It'd be like that.
I like it. But only on like so it's gotta be with Delta there too. Okay, so do you think this is the Delta, or is this just like another Delta? Oh, with the
It's not the Delta. It's what I thought. It's a separate body. Which actually now it's a good segue to. I'm just gonna post this in chat.
Oh, there's another one back there too. There are. Wow. How many do you think he has?
So real quick, I'm just gonna post this in chat.
Is this the karma? She's in like a vase thing. That's so cool. I like that. Wendy Willens, real quick. I think the page after the title page was made like that intentionally to trick the reader into thinking everything was nice and sweet, and later emphasize her shock. Thoughts? At the scene.
Wait, what?
In reference to Sumire walking, the reason it's there is to trick the reader intentionally into thinking everything was nice and sweet, and then to emphasize her shock at the scene unfolding.
But I didn't think that was. I never thought anything was nice and sweet. Sumire's not even looking all hunky dory. She looks sad.
Shout out Crafter HD. Just subscribe. Shout out.
I mean, I definitely like the sentiment of what you're saying. Like, in that makes sense. But I feel like if that was the case, you'd probably want to have like her look a little bit more hunky dory. Not only that, though, I don't know. I feel like My first guess would just be she's walking into Abado's lab when it looks all laboratory with the buttons and all that shit. Just feel like she's just obviously walking into this.
Yeah.
You know what? Honestly, I'm just gonna go ahead and say it early. Number one critique of this chapter. It's not even an important critique. It's not even really a critique. Sumire is just there's no reason really. So unless they do something major with her being here in the next chapters, there's just no reason to have Sumire here. She doesn't add anything.
Kamui, are you forgetting?
All she says is Kawaki's name twice.
Yeah.
That's all she does.
Kamui.
She doesn't do anything. She's just there to have a sweat bead.
Yeah. But
And not
Kamui,
even to make any crazy shocked physical expressions. No, she mostly just has this look. This plain look. She just that doesn't need to be there. And now again, she could obviously have a private talk with Ammado in chapter 20 to where it matters that she's there, like they did with the chapter 59-60 conversation thing in the code arc. And if they do that, then obviously it makes sense and that's fine. But as if right now, it's just no point in her being there.
so I think you're forgetting. Every scene with Sumire is a scene where she didn't need to be there.
Not every scene. I will say, I want to come back to this. One of my favorite scenes that went nowhere is the scene of Sumire asking Ammado, like, yo, why you sus? And Amado's like, you're either really smart or really stupid. Which is
Yeah.
it? And then she's like, so you are plotting something. And he says, so you're just stupid. One of the best lines that went nowhere, but it was fucking awesome. The
Yeah.
best scene of Sumire.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I love it. Like I said, I'll forgive it for not going anywhere just because I'm so glad it happened at least once. Like, I would never say don't include it at all. It was too good to not. You can't just not include it. It's too good.
And if anything, that's foreshadowing for characters in Boruto being stupid.
You got a point. That's Sarada foreshadowing right there. Actually, Ammado was getting him mixed up. He thought he was talking to Sarada.
Oh my god. Okay, so for the chapter,
Only stupid people are immune to omnipotence. That's the message.
I like it. But I will say, I think this is probably going to be my favorite part of the chapter, and I really like the design of this Akabi container holding thing in general. The whole thing,
I
I
agree.
love the design. This looks amazing. I like this. In fact, he has multiple of them too. This page is awesome.
I'll go ahead and say I like the conversation that follows.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I like the diamond karma seal placeholder thing here. I love the pot and the fact that it has the like cool, almost like Otsutsuki
I also just like that her
God
hair's
lines.
flowing up in a way that's different from Delta's normal hairstyle.
Exactly, yeah, because it's floating in water, just like when Kawaki was floating in the bag.
Yeah, or
I
Mitsuki
guess.
floating in the water
Yeah.
in Orochimaru's thing.
Yeah. And again, I do love the pot she's saying, like the line design on it. It reminds me of Jigen's pots, and it reminds me of Shibai. That one design we got of him. Does it remind you of anything else in particular that you can think of?
Yes, but I can't think of what I'm thinking of.
It might not even be a Boruto thing we're thinking of, because they were probably thinking of whatever the same thing it is, but I don't know.
Well, I thought of another thing.
Oh,
which
I
is
know.
just
It looks like the eyes when Attack on Titan when they like come out. But that's like not what I'm thinking of probably. But
okay. That's not what I was gonna say, but that's funny. This is another thing I was gonna add. Is just like there's probably other characters that do this, but like you know how Ryu's jacket covers like his mouth, like it's kind of like that. But there's something else that's better than that. But like on the path.
okay. Oh, it kind of looks like Matsuri's Baryon mode cloak thing. but not really.
Not so much.
Reaching now. Oh, that's cool. Okay, this kind of looks like clothes. Funny enough, when it's up close.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Okay, I got a good one for you. Himbawari's vase.
She's
in the vase.
Yes. Oh my god.
Yeah, Kawaki, that's the hole. That's how you plug the hole in your heart right there.
Okay, and
The love of your mother, your secret mother.
Interestingly, the diamond thing, it looks like it's actually like indented downward into it.
Yeah, like it's been like the button was already pressed.
Yeah. Okay, that's not
So
Delta.
real quick.
Yeah.
He didn't say that's not Bronco. He said that's not Delta.
So okay. Whenever we say that's not Delta, that's Bronco, we are going to reference the top half of this panel for proof.
No, but he's looking at Akabe and saying that's not Delta. He's not saying that's not Bronco.
Exactly.
Like Kawaki's response is Delta. You mean Bronco?
She's a separate, fresh clone body I prepared for Akabe to inhabit. A resurrection vessel. Interesting. All I need is for you to implant this vessel to Karma, and my daughter can be reborn. He's saying like it's gonna happen immediately. Maybe he's not.
Yeah, I don't think it's necessarily. I mean, I get that sentiment, but he's not actually saying that necessarily.
Okay, yeah. Resurrection using Akabe's data, which I added to your Karma, will result in her existing in this world once more.
Now, I will say one thing real quick.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to explain fully why just yet, but to an extent, this panel just doesn't need to be there.
The recap?
Well, not only is it recap, he's just not saying anything. Like, resurrection will result in her existing in this world again. Yeah!
He's
It's
just
like
explaining
it's the previous panel.
the word.
If you do this, my daughter can be reborn. Resurrection will result in her existing again. Yeah! I know. When you say, oh, using Akabe's data, which I added to your Karma, oh, gee whiz, thank God you told me in the previous panel that if you implant this vessel with your Karma, she will be reborn. Like, he just doesn't need to be there. And there's another reason, which I'll get into later, for why this doesn't need to be there, given what they do, which I'll explain later. But yeah, it's fine. It's one panel in the middle of this. Realistically, all Ikimoto would have ever done is just extend the right panel to the left slightly. So it's not like we're losing anything.
Yeah.
He's already got Simmeray's boring ass reaction. He doesn't even have a sweat bead on
I
this
was gonna
one.
comment on that. Why is she reacting? She already knows this.
That she's already heard him say that there's no point. Like Kawaki's got less of a reaction than Simmeray, and this is the first time he's hearing Ammado say this post time skip.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah. Again, all things considered, it doesn't actually matter. But if I was going to be technical, you could just delete the middle Ammado panel and delete Simmeray. Put in anything else. Put more Akabe panels. I don't know.
No, bro, I like seeing this Akabe design. It's freaking awesome with the whole thing that's going on there. Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. I like this angle as well. I like that. I think.
Wait, real quick.
Yeah.
Okay. Scroll one more page. Okay, now scroll down 2 pages.
What?
Okay, look at the bottom left panel, and then scroll up 2 pages and look at the top right panel. So I just literally copied and pasted. It just zoomed in slightly, but like.
So the background is
think about it,
different,
like-
at the very least.
Is it? Go back down again.
Here, I'm just gonna take.
Did you
a
just remove the
screenshot.
detail in the zoomed in one?
I'll take a screenshot so you can see the two side by side.
Yeah.
But they are very similar, obviously. No, it's also a different angle.
It's ever so slightly, but it's a borderline copied and pasted.
Yeah. Okay. So there you go. It is very
Yeah,
similar,
you're right.
though. God.
It's yeah.
I can see this. Oh, look at the size of his nose. How drastically it changes in the zoom in.
Yeah, it gets way bigger.
This is hilarious. On the zoom in one, it almost looks like he's wearing like the Mr. Potato Head glasses and nose thing.
Yes.
It's not even his real nose. Oh my god. It's so good. Okay. So speaking of scrolling up 2 pages, so on this, I did want to ask, and I just never did. What is this like white line underneath his goggles, his glasses? Like, is this just like
It might just be like
guard?
some like glasses liner thing. So like
Yeah.
you know those like white things in between like on the bridge of the nose that a lot of glasses. It might be something similar to that.
Yeah. Well, the reason I say it shouldn't be a nose guard is because it's going all the way beyond his eye up here.
Yeah, well, it wouldn't be a nose guard in this case. It'd be like an eye bone guard thing. I'm not sure. Like what? I don't know. It's the only real thing I have to work with to guess. So
Okay, that's right. So he's looking. That's it. That's my condition. And she's looking, and he's looking, and I'll say this again. If your revived daughter turns out to be an Osu, I'm glad he's saying this again. Okay, I'm okay with this recap.
Yes.
I will kill it.
I like
the word "it" is crazy. No exceptions. And Amado's reaction. Oh, by the way, I will say, based on Amado's previous reaction, I beg you, Kawaki. Yeah,
he
this
doesn't
is,
look. Okay, I'm gonna
this
be
is
real
the
quick.
face
real
of someone
quick.
who's really begging as he's leaning
Yeah,
against the
that's
pole.
He looks so casual. Like he's not begging, bro. He's not on his like. If you're gonna do this act, like you get him on his hands and knees, get in the praying position or the bowing position or something. Bro, it's just like casually looking over, like I beg you, Kawaki. You know, he'll help a brother out. Like it's not begging.
Like take your glasses off
anything,
and rub your eyes again.
The famous sweat bead should be on this panel. He should be sweating as he begs, at least. He's as calm as can be. The one panel there isn't a sweat bead is when he's begging.
Like when he was talking to Naruto, he put his freaking palm in his head. Like, what happened to that?
Like, exactly. Like, whether it's sincere or a lie, like, make it look real.
Yeah.
No, again, ignoring like those critiques. Like I said, I do want to say I do like the Ammado Kawaki conversation start to finish, but
Mm-hmm.
We are going to point out the nitpicks when they're there.
So, this makes me think this white line is a nose guard. The way it goes out like this here. But then again, you see it continue everywhere. I don't know.
I don't know if other glasses have just a whole ass guard. It's everywhere in the glass. I don't know.
I don't know either. In the unlikely event Akabe truly happens to resurrect as an Otsutsuki, fine. You can do as you please, though I'll fight you with everything I've got. That is so weird.
That is it. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say, because many reasons why this is a very interesting line.
Yeah.
And there's different ways you can interpret. You can interpret it's like, oh, like I'll pit Delta against you, blah blah blah. But like, I'll fight you.
Exactly.
Bro is whether he's talking about his ninja tech fork thing he used and never used again against Chicken Eye, or which is what I hope he's referring to, like stuff like that, or if he's referring to like I'll control Delta, blah blah blah. He is implying that like even after you get your limiters off, like I'm gonna fight you with everything I've got, and I'm not scared to. Like it's like I have a chance of winning. But he is implying that Ammado is kind of that dude one way or another. And also that Ammado doesn't even care if she's an Otsutsuki. He still wants her there.
So the extra weird part for me is he's saying he's going to fight him with everything he got. In the conversation he's having with him after he deactivated him in the same chapter. Like, you could just do that.
Yeah, that too. And also, then we get to the whole like happens to resurrect as an Otsuki. Well, what does that really mean to both Kawaki and Amado? Because if she's just a quote unquote, because for example, Mamashiki, the karma's extracted, you're Otsuki, blah blah. So if she's a quote unquote Otsuki because just she has karma, is Kawaki just gonna kill her no matter what her personality is like? Because then I understand why Amado's could be like, bro, what are you doing? You're stupid. But alternatively, if she's freaking evil Otsuki, Amado, how stupid are you? She's why are you letting her live? It's just not Akabi then. Like if her personality is this evil demon and not Akabi, why do you care? It's just Delta again. You don't care about her. It's not Akabi. So I didn't even understand how they're having this discussion.
Amado, I can't accept your terms. What? Powering me up comes first. I'm not interested in creating something that might become a new enemy right now. Interesting. I mean, I guess that's fine. That works. He doesn't trust Amado, which is understandable. But, like, if Amado backstabs him, I don't think there's really anything Amado could do. He could just shut Kawaki down, what, indefinitely, I guess? Would that be the thing, I guess? But he could just do that anyways, regardless, so... it's a weird that it's like oh no, this has to come first because I don't trust you thing. Like, this cliche doesn't work in this situation, I don't think. But well.
Why not?
It doesn't matter if it comes first. Because if Amado goes back on his word, that doesn't matter.
I guess to clear. Well, I'll let you keep reading. I'll give my complete thoughts eventually.
Okay.
Couple small things I just want to say, but
Kawaki, please just hear me out. So he doesn't want to do it first, but that doesn't make sense to me based on what I was just saying. The sequence of events is the issue. Again, no, it isn't. Look, I swear that I will implant a karma in that clone on the premise that I might kill her right away. So it is implying that it's going to be immediate, but I don't think it's going to be. So, but only
it just immediately would be an Otsuki.
All our current foes are wiped out.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, the thing is, like, she would have the Otsutsuki seal on her hand. So,
well, it's weird that he says right away. So that's just implying that, like, in this case, like, the data's just going to extract to 100% immediately. Like, she's just going to immediately resurrect. Like, Kawaki should be expecting this to take years. Why does he even think that she would just immediately become an Otsuki monster? Like, immediately. Like, at first, she's probably just going to be Delta. Right? That should be what he's thinking.
Yeah. But only after all our current foes are wiped out. Okay. That's interesting to get leverage on Amado, I guess, because if he knocks him out, then Kawaki can't implant the Karma Seal. So he does, in a way, still have power over Amado. By not doing it.
Like, keep going. Like, they'll get more specifics, but like...
Listen, Kawaki, you're currently endowed with near immortal defensive and recuperative powers. Man, if only we saw those. If I redirect...
That's what I hate, bro. Because it's like, I get it. Like, he blows himself up with his chakra blast in chapter 67, where I'm assuming this has already happened, and he's not dead. But, like, he just, like, bruised, basically, so I get that. But, like, so, and this is part of the problem, though, is it's, like, they're using... It's this weird blend of the defensive and recuperative powers. And I'm saying weird blend because, like, unlike the third Raikage, he doesn't have regen. He just is, like, an impenetrable shield. It's just, you hit him, nothing happens. Conversely, Boro is a sack of goo. You touch him and he blows up, but he will just regenerate back to normal immediately afterwards. In Kawaki's case, it's this weird blend of in-between to where he's got enough defensive power like the third Raikage to where you never see damage. He just gets knocked out every time in one hit. But you never see damage, even though he's knocked out. But because he's not damaged, you can't see the recuperative powers. But if you saw the recuperative powers because he got his arm chopped off, then his defensive powers wouldn't be as impressive as they're hyping up. So it's just weird. Like, it makes sense, but it's weird visually because all you ever do with him is just have him get knocked out. He's just always getting knocked out. Nothing else happens to him. It's kind of weird.
Yeah. I kind of think it's also funny how, like, the Delta I beam is the only real time, and that's obviously because it doesn't allow you to regenerate. But I kind of think
But then again, with
Yeah.
his near immortal defensive powers, would he just get hit and go, ow? And that's it?
Well, I
Would
think
he even need to regenerate?
it's extra funny because I completely understand that this is how it should have been anyways, that the entire arm doesn't regenerate, but Delta didn't shoot the entire arm. She only shot off, like, a part of it, like, near his shoulder, or I guess technically elbow, or
He
whatever.
didn't shoot
But-
his arm. She shot the ninja tech thing that was
Yeah.
outside of his arm.
Yeah, which is why it doesn't make sense anyways. But I'm just ignoring that for now. Let's just say it landed on his palm. Well, no, it lands on his shoulder. No, it lands on his elbow, and his entire arm is just shot off. Imagine what Jura did to Code. Imagine that's just what Delta did. Technically,
Yeah.
only the part that she shot should be unregenerable, and the rest of it should be. So if she shot the elbow, his hand should still regenerate. As funny as that is.
Or no, if it only stops that part, like, from regenerating down. But what if Kawaki just himself stabbed a higher on his arm, and then it regenerates down from there? So, like, the point that leaves off of the dead cells bullshit is just no longer applies anymore. I feel like you just heal.
Yeah, so you're saying, like, to amputate his entire arm, then his entire arm would grow back.
Yeah, of course,
Yeah.
if Delta amputates his whole arm, he can just then cut off more of his shoulder. Like, he just has to go outside the point. I feel like it just works.
Actually, that's funny. I'm pretty sure that is, unironically, what ants do. Ants amputate one another at, like, a medical place in their, like, nests or whatever. Some, like, certain types of ants. And then, like, it grows back. I think that's really interesting. I could be wrong.
Yeah, I feel like that might be a weakness. Now, that said, it's funny that when Ammado says, like, oh, if you try to kill Akabi, I'll fight you with all I've got. Honestly speaking, how is Kawaki going to win this fight? Because all Ammado has to do is say, don't only babble in your sleep, Kawaki. Kawaki shuts down. Amado's not just going to get rid of that, especially after Kawaki's threat. He's not going to get rid of the shutdown code. And then what has he got to do? Well, gee whiz, Kawaki lost all of his defensive powers to do this, and it probably doesn't even need to use the Delta I beam. He can stab him with a kunai, but fuck, just play it safe. He shuts Kawaki down, has Delta I beam blast him to death, and boom, Kawaki's been defeated with ease. And Kawaki doesn't stand a chance against Ammado in this fight scenario.
I think Kawaki shouldn't tell Ammado that this is Kawaki's plan, knowing what Ammado can do. But I like that he is, because he understands that this seemingly matters a lot to Ammado, and he's being very gentlemanly by doing this. He's being honorable to respect to Kawaki.
Yeah.
So anyways, listen, Kawaki.
I think it's good that he says it, even though, like, in terms of strategy, like, maybe not the best idea, because, like, you're not going to win this fight.
So back to the chapter. If I read back to that,
that was such a good
bit
yeah, what even happened in the chapter list?
something about the Kawaki Ammado conversation. And if those bastards manage to kill you, my dreams die too. Well, what if you just implement Kawaki data into Boruto's karma? Like, I feel like as long as there's a karma, you could just play Matryoshka dolls. Like, it's not that big of a deal. But I think it's interesting. This is like an in-between panel of, like, his nothing reaction from earlier. Where he's like, I'm begging you, come on. You gotta do it, Kawaki.
Compared to, if you remember the very final panel of him at the end of Boruto Part 1, where he's like, Shikamaru, don't do it! Like, it's like in between that here.
Yeah.
Like, he's all over the place with his expressions, I guess, but whatever. Hey, what I want isn't a guarantee of survival. Well, I think right now it's supposed to be, but not for later. But whatever. It's potential to kill them. And, oh, Ammado has an interesting reaction here. If there is more to this, that's I can't wait to see whatever Ammado plot twist is going to happen and come back to this. Because I think this is supposed to be something, and not just like the obvious reaction. But I could be wrong. So quit worrying about my welfare, bro. Why is Kawaki using the W word instead of Ammado? Kawaki would never say this. It's not in his diction.
Also, it's like, bro, like, what do you mean quit worrying about my welfare? Like, how is he gonna stop worrying about it?
Oh, yes, Ammado, this is quite an inquisitive conversation we're having, isn't it? You stellar man, you. Yeah, okay, Kawaki, yeah, sure. I'm telling you, to make me an even bigger, badder monster than them. That's a cool line. Especially in reference to Boruto chapter 16? 33? 33. Monsters. Is it 33? It might not be 33.
The one with Delta.
Yeah.
It's probably 30, 31, 32, or 33.
I'm gonna say it's 33 to say, look at how good I am at guessing it exactly. Use any means, whether
sure.
scientific or otherwise? Okay, that's interesting. So, do you think he's referring to Otsutsuki shenanigans, or is he referring to something else other than that, maybe?
I mean, can't say for sure, obviously, but like, I do think it would be like Otsutsuki related, whether it's chakra fruit, Shibai cells. Okay, granted, in the case like Shibai cells, that's kind of like a combination of Otsutsuki and scientific,
Yeah.
but I'll count that as like something else he could be referring to.
Okay. And also, we got his punk rock emo hair back to where he's bald on half of his head. But anyways, to make me stronger beyond all limits. That's a cool line considering he has limiters beyond all limits. Well, technically, it's kind of silly in comparison to that, because it's like beyond your limiters, so like not actually that strong since your limiters make you weaker. But besides that,
yeah, beyond all, like, we mean beyond all limits. Like, well, no, you goes up to the limit. Like, there's a limit. You can't. How's that work?
Divine trees, code, and Boruto. You'll only reunite with your daughter after I slaughter them all. That's a cool line too. I
Okay,
like how
so
he's using all these as well.
let me just double check.
He doesn't mention the claw grimes. Does he think they're the same thing? Or does he not care?
Bro, Ikimoto doesn't mention the claw grimes. That doesn't mean
So, when Kawaki said he wants to kill all Otsutsuki, is this what he's referring to? Or is that just a dropped plot point?
So, based off what he's consistently said, bro is just not the possibility of other Otsutsuki. Like, he's consistently been like, originally it was just Code and Boruto, is all he ever mentioned. The Divine Trees came up, and now he's including them. He's just isn't considering the possibility that there are others out there.
God.
Which, and so this hurts my soul to the utmost limit, but it does indicate that maybe the stone tablet thing is a drop plot point, because they're not like, Ammado isn't even saying, there might be other Otsutsuki, right, or something like.
To be fair, I don't think Amado would want to say that right now, considering
Exactly. That would just make him wait longer.
exactly.
That said, now is a good time to mention. I kind of forgot a lot of the things I was going to say because I kept holding. That's the problem. I don't even remember all the things I said.
Well,
Trying to think.
I mean, Kawaki's eyes.
What things do you remember me saying? Oh, I'll wait on.
I don't know, but Kawaki's eyes have like no lines in them, which is kind of interesting. And they probably usually do this, but they had a lot of lines in his eyes earlier. It's interesting to see his eyes like
Well, that was
this.
when it's like I was being like activated.
I know. Well, technically deactivated, but
But anyway, I guess for now, I remember the things I was gonna say, which I guess I can say after. But so when it comes to this plot point, for obvious reasons, like
you're cutting out.
can't.
You cut out.
I'm gonna murder this.
Well,
Can you hear me?
for obvious reasons, something.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Well, it's so annoying because I don't know when I'm gonna get cut out. So for obvious reasons, like Kawaki's plan here can't happen because Kawaki's not just gonna kill Code, the Divine Trees, and Boruto just in like, I don't know, chapter 60,
Yeah.
and then do Amado's plan after that. It's just no, not gonna happen. Like if Boruto dies, that's an end of series thing. They're gonna come before Amado's plan. But we can't just not get Amado's plan the whole story either.
Exactly.
So, this just can't happen.
So we're gonna get it some other way, and I'm surprised you're saying that because I figured that'd be addressed in this chapter of what's gonna happen going forward, which tells me this is it. Which that's not gonna work
This is it for Amado Kawaki.
for
Stuff.
this chapter, anyways. Okay,
Yeah.
they got to come back to this very soon because there's no way they're just gonna leave it there.
Exactly. Like Amado has to either threaten him or come up with a new plan. Because again, like Kawaki's plan here can't happen.
Okay, so back to Boruto. We're really bad at saying that dragon tonight.
I had some more things about this scene,
Oh,
but
please, yeah, go ahead.
part of that just depends on like what you still have to say about the last topic.
Sorry, say that again.
I have more things to say about this scene, but like, do you have more to say about that last topic? I don't remember what the topic was anymore.
The peak shooting Eren scene.
No, the last Amado Kawaki.
Oh, my bad.
Which I forgot what that topic was.
I was saying his hair looks like the Rock Band hair again.
Okay, well, not that. Like whatever the thing I was asking you about. What was I asking you? What was I talking about?
The Otsutsuki killing thing, the genocide. Any means, whether scientific or etc. What are the etceteras?
No, it's one of the things I came back to.
Stronger beyond all limit, but like that's not how limits work.
No. You're going too far back. What was? It was one of the two things.
I mean, we could listen back to stream if we needed to, but
do I have to?
Well, real quick, here's something we haven't talked about yet. What is Kawaki doing with his arms? Like, forget this front arm. What's his other arm doing? Like, nobody sits like that.
He's itching his foot.
With both hands?
Okay, I remembered my topic.
Okay. Perfect. I knew that
Okay,
one, right?
it was the fact that Amado's plan, like the Kawaki's planner, just can't happen. Yeah, okay.
Oh yeah.
I feel like we might have finished that topic though anyway, but
Yeah.
okay.
Because that's how I got to the peak thing, because it reminded me of
Yeah.
that. He knows it. Well, he doesn't know it can't happen. can't have. I did have something to say on this as well. I mean, technically, it could happen. It would definitely be a subversion of expectations.
Yeah, I mean, like it could happen in typical Ikimoto fashion, but like it can't happen. Like you can't it's like the time skip. You can't just do what they actually did.
Yeah. Well, actually,
you can't just not do Amano reviving his daughter in any capacity. Like whether it's evil, whether it's pure, whatever it is, you can't just not. I mean, the only way you could do that is if this plan would have worked properly. Amano just is kind of a good guy, thing, and Amano's daughter never gets revived because of Kawaki, and that just is the end of it. That's like the only way you can do it, and that just sucks.
Yeah. So I was writing an Attack on Titan script the other day, and it was about subverting expectations, like a whole concept around it, like 1,000-word essay basically around that. And I said a lot of cool lines that I really liked. I'm going to tell you the second coolest line because I think it applies here as well in a hilarious way. So, you can subvert expectations, but are these the expectations you want to subvert? Are you sure about that?
Yeah, like...
I love that line. I'm so glad I came up with that.
And that's what I say sometimes with like Boruto, like, oh, you subvert expectations. Well...
So
this wasn't the time to subvert our expectations sometimes.
These weren't the expectations to subvert.
Exactly.
Okay. Last thing I'll say on this panel. Why does Kawaki have a belt, necklace, scarf thing going on?
What is that? Yeah. Is he wearing the belt around his neck?
Is this how Sarada got the idea of her choker?
I don't understand Kawaki's fashion. Or rather, Ikimoto's fashion.
It's irrational villains.
Pose again.
Once again, no wonder he's wearing the Karma Sil mark on his back. Or I guess the Kara mark, whatever it is. Anyways, the freaking logo. I mean, what can I really say about that? Like, I don't know, whatever. Just slide to them all. Oh, I didn't even see Amado's reaction down here. Okay. Well, does Amado know that's not going to happen? Is that why he's reacting like this? But then, wouldn't he know Kawaki would say this if he knows that's not going to happen? Okay, back to Delta.
Well, no, hold on.
Yeah?
Back to Delta, that's funny.
Yeah,
I'm glad that you always get
it
Delta
might as
last
well
in all
be.
three. Yeah. Okay. I did have more to say. So, remember, okay, scroll back up to remember that panel I said that you can just, like, delete?
Yeah.
With Amado?
Yeah.
Go to there.
Oh, God. Okay.
Hey, I think you might have gone too far.
Is it above here or below here?
Keep going down. Below. Yeah, okay. So, okay.
I think I wrote down some of this for my video.
Okay, so the Shinju here. So this is the best day of my life to get to
real
talk
quick,
so
bro.
much
I'm
with
sorry,
you,
but shout out Mello and see if you can figure it out.
No, I so Kamui, I'm gonna circle. So I don't have to say it.
This just really stood out to me.
Because those weren't there before, right?
No, they were not that there before. This is the most there they've been.
Okay. Well, not that I've been alive very long, but still, I'm so happy. Man, yeah, shout out Mello again, since he just loves this idea, apparently. Konharu-chan will... Wait, hold on. Oh, God, we didn't even know what she was going to say.
I know. What was she going to say? Will you go out with me? Like, what was she going to say?
Well, no, I don't think she would, because she doesn't understand her feelings.
Yeah, I know.
But no,
like,
but
I want to
again,
know what she was gonna ask.
Yeah, seriously though, I do want to know what was she gonna ask.
Realistically, the only thing I can imagine is, will you talk with me longer? But you're already doing that.
Will you keep sitting with me or something?
I wonder how long she would have just sat there with them, assuming no other third-party thing is going to interrupt them inevitably. I'm so sorry, but could you not call me that? Aww.
I know, dude. I felt bad for Monster here.
Yeah.
Konohamaru's bullshit. I'm like, man, get out of here. I don't respect Kono. I mean, I do respect it, but I don't respect it.
Yeah. From the heartful position. Yeah, this doesn't make sense no matter what. From the heartful position, you're just being mean and letting her down. From the heartless assassin perspective, you're compromising your mission with this target.
Yeah. I guess he's trying to be genuine, but
no, bro, you're supposed to be building rapport. Okay? No, get out of here with that. Why? What's wrong? There's only one person who calls me. Is he instructed to not talk about Moegi, which is interesting?
Well, real quick, it's interesting that not a single other person ever calls him Konohamaru-chan. So I assume they all call him Konohamaru-kun or Konohamaru-san. So why does Moegi call him Chan?
Well, there is a Japanese reason. If we scroll back up to the flashback, Chan would be used for little kids, and so obviously she's calling him Chan because he's a little kid in the flashback, and she just
so is that
calling
why?
Him that.
Okay, it's interesting. Okay,
which
now
that's the reason
really
you see it here and here as well.
Okay, now it's really I wonder if there's a different translator, because go back to chapter 74 for a second.
Can you link me, please? Pull it up on Viz.
Okay, I'll just tell you.
Okay.
She calls him Lil Konohamaru there.
Okay, it's gonna be Konohamaru-chan. They're just translating.
That's what I was gonna say. So I'm wondering if it's a different Viz translator because they're not keeping the Lil Konohamaru here.
Yeah, that's interesting. But no,
actually, it was Lil Kono. Lil Kono is what she said, I think.
Lil Kono.
And Ada was like, "Oh, that's cute."
Yeah. Because no, it does completely make sense in this context. It wouldn't work for an adult, but it would if this is the context. Only for her.
She's calling him it as an adult.
No, but it makes sense based on the context.
Yeah.
But yeah. If anyone else said it would be disrespectful, but because it's her, it works.
So wait. So what if that's why Urashiki was calling Momoshiki that? Because back when they were kids, that's just what he called them.
I don't think that's what they were going for.
He wasn't being disrespectful, man. He was just saying, bro, you're my best butt since kindergarten.
Yeah, okay. I'm sure that's what's happening.
Shout out Urashiki.
Yeah, but it's weird that this is happening, though. So also, you're not gonna like I'm bringing this up because I already know the counter to it, so you don't have to freaking say it. I already know you're gonna be annoying and say it. Why is she oblivious when she understands Team 10's anguish, including Konohamaru, who she did mention immediately?
I'll give you an answer. Get to the next page in a minute.
I know it's why, because she's looking at Konohamaru, which, that's when she's flustered, and because she sees
No. Just finish this page and get to the next page.
By the way, not blushing, what happened? It's so what happened to the color returned? It just stayed blushing.
Yeah, actually, Konohamaru's the one blushing here. The blushing transferred.
Oh my god. So you see, it surprises me too, but it's giving me goosebumps. Jesus Christ, bro. The question is that fake or not? You don't mind, do you? Calling me just Konohamaru? Well, okay, actually I do think it is real, because he's seeing Moegi in her. Not because he knows it's not Moegi. Or it's not the mission. But what do you think?
I can
Oh,
go to the next
he-
page.
Saying this genuinely because he sees Moegi in her, and it bothers him.
Yeah. Well, I think it bothers him, but deep down, it almost comforts him, which he doesn't like that.
Yeah, which is what bothers him.
Exactly. Oh, her reaction. Oh, only one person, and who's that? Oh, snap! Is she getting jealous? She didn't know what jealousy is. Bro, she's got freaking Kawaki's lips here. She needs some water.
She does.
So, do you think she's gonna kill Moegi? Well, the thing is, she should know this. Because she knows about Moegi. Unlike Hidari, but he's not gonna say it. Oh, don't read too much into it. That's cool. Thank you for not spoiling me. This is freaking cool. Don't read too much. Oh my god, that's cool. Oh, she's pissed, bro. You wouldn't happen to be referring to. Oh my god! Oh my god! This is high, bro. I do like this.
I like
what
this.
is she
like
gonna do?
I like this.
What is she gonna do? I'm right, aren't I? So, oh my god, she's so mad. So, what is that woman to you exactly? Oh my god, bro. Okay. Answer me, bro! Sarutomi Konohamaru. Just like that. It's that easy. Oh, Konohamaru's gonna remember this. Now, whenever he stabs her in the back, he's gonna remember this. Still keeping with the curves, by the way, even during this, by the way. And the extra thing that's additionally here.
So, back to earlier in the chapter when Matsuri was like, I feel like I've finally
original
become
self.
my true self
My
or
true
whatever.
self. Yeah, real self.
And I want to talk to you.
Yeah.
I don't think she was necessarily thinking like, oh, I can't wait to devour you later. I think that was like, she wanted to talk to him. Now that she's pissed, it's like, oh, I'm devouring the shit out of you. I'm mad. Like, I think there's a clear shift here.
But I think to a degree you could just chalk this up to jealousy and that she doesn't understand jealousy yet. I do think this is more align her true nature. She's acting like what she is, a divine tree. Even if she has humanity, she isn't human, which is why I was making the distinction earlier, especially with my Shrek 2 analysis, which you should go back and read in the Discord.
Well, she's not human yet. That's not to say that she ever will become human, but like she has the potential to. Which is the way I would think.
I mean,
because
how do you think she could become human potentially?
when I say that, I don't mean like Homo sapien.
Okay, because that's
Homo
what I'm
sapien.
referring to.
It's not what I'm referring to.
I don't
I'm
think that's going to
referring-
happen. I don't think that should
I'm
happen
referring-
either.
I'm referring to it narratively. So, for example, Maruum.
Yeah.
Netero's seeing him, and he's like, "You're teeter-tottering between human and ant." At one point, like the point is, Maruum died as a human, narratively, thematically, not as an ant. And whether or not Matsuri will do that as well is up in the air. But the point is, she has the potential to, I think. And that's what I'm referring to when I say as a human. I'm referring to that, not the Homo sapien.
I don't know if I even necessarily would say Meruem, literally story-wise, not actually physically, died as a human rather than an ant. I think he embraced his antness to the very end, even if he was the most human, all the way up to his death.
He chose to be human at the end. Like that's what he chose for himself.
Well, what was the choice? What would his other choice be if he wanted to be not human or an ant or whatever?
It wouldn't be to play Gungi with Komugi. It would be to like go kill everyone and be an ant to the end. It'd be like oh, who's the character who does something like that? So I don't know off the top of my head. But he would be like trying to kill the humans all the way to the end.
Well, you're gonna argue that the meaning has changed, but when he first chose to play Gungi with Komugi, he did that as an ant because he's an ant.
He did that because he was bored. But
I think it was more than boredom, but that's okay. I get
well,
your
it's
point.
also
That's
to
fine.
like
That part doesn't matter.
be the top of the world and everything, basically. But in this case, yeah, the reason he's playing Komugi or playing Gongi with Komugi isn't for that original purpose. It's because he wants to spend time with the person he loves. Yeah, that's the human thing there.
Yes, but I don't think he like gave up on any ant qualities. He was just dying of radiation poisoning, which is why he was doing this in the first place, not because he was choosing to be human or anything. Like, after the explosion, he's using his teleportation and his other ant abilities, and he never gave up on his human eradication plan that he was telling Netero about. He just died.
Well, yeah, but like again, that's where he was teeter-tottering at that when he's talking to Netero about that stuff. The point is like it's not even on his mind. The only thing on his mind is the human elements he has.
That's
only human.
I mean, I know what you're saying, but that is with the context that he knows he's in his dying moments.
Yeah, that's fine. That doesn't change the fact that that's what it is.
It does, because without that, would he do that?
Yeah, you're right. Without that, he may have never become fully human. That's absolutely true.
Then, to an extent, that's not his choice.
It is a choice, because he still chose in the end to be human.
Well, he's not choosing in the end. He's because of the end, he's choosing it. But he didn't choose the end.
He still chose it. You just said it.
Because of the end, which he didn't choose.
That's fine.
He's choosing
but he still chose it.
Yeah, okay, I feel like you're just uncompromising on that, but sure.
Well, you
Did
said
he choose
chose,
it?
not
Yes. Ignore all other factors.
Yep.
Okay. Well, throw the context out the window, I guess.
Well, to be fair, what is the thing you were just nitpicking? Whether he chose it. So at that point, yeah.
I mean, but he didn't choose to die. He just chose how he died.
That's fine. That's not what I said. I said he chose to be human.
Okay, whatever. Okay, if you want to meet me in a technical battle, sure, but whatever. The point is that I like, regardless of Meruem, just in general, in stories, I like at the end of the day, things to be the things that they are. Gaara's mom is a perfect example of this. She never changed, even if Gaara did. She was uncompromisingly Gaara's mom. They even described her like, fierce as the desert's blowing strong winds, or whatever, even to the very end, even afterwards. To her dying breath and beyond. That's the whole reason she's protecting Gaara.
Okay, but you don't want every single character to be a static character who never changes in any capacity.
Well, no, that's not what I'm saying.
Okay. But, like, what you just said is you like when characters don't change.
I don't want... Okay. Well, okay, fine. You want the other end of this? Then Meruem denied his true self. Meruem is an ant, no matter how much he wants to delude himself into pretending he's human.
Well, the point would be that, like, he's both. Like, he's an ant and he's essentially
But
both.
it's not even on his mind.
Yeah, that's fine. It's nothing to do with what I said earlier.
God.
The point is he chose his humanity over his entity.
Okay, I'd be more fine with you saying that. That's completely fine with me. But
so that's what took precedence. But like it's so for example, with Jura, he would always be like, you know, 10 Tails-y-esque. Like he's gonna have the wood style, he's gonna have all that shit. But like the point is he could, in theory, choose to be a library and #1 bookstore customer as his primary thing. Like he just is 10 Tails, but like he's a reader. He's not going to go around killing people. He's going to read before he devours people.
See, choices are fine. What I want is, I want at the end of the day, I want their behaviors and tendencies to always be noticeable, no matter what.
Yeah,
At the
that's fine.
the end of the day, even if Matsuri it becomes a good guy and stays around for the next 300 chapters to the end of the story and just is on the Leaf side, I don't want her to essentially be a background character who might as well be a human, but like with a Shinju design. I want her to be a Shinju who is being a Shinju who has human-like qualities as well, but is Shinju in behavior and tendency at the end of the day, no matter what, always.
So, under that hypothetical, I got two versions. One is you basically have all her Shinju traits become like comedic things to where she like they make it into a funny thing where like she either wants to eat someone, maybe she like accidentally she like has the urge to bite on Chocho's arm and they're like, oh, silly Matsuri, and it's like, oops, whoopsie. Or you have the version where like she's just actively does eat some people, like they just like have her go eat random
I feel like
strangers
that's
or
like
dogs or I don't know.
that's
like,
a good filler in between the bigger moments, and I'm way more I am okay with that, but I'm way more accepting of that if it's a comedy moment for us, the audience, but it's not treated as comedy in universe, but it's treated with the respect it deserves.
So like in universe, what do you want them to do?
Like, for example, I know you're probably going to disagree with me on this, but I don't think anyone's like making fun of Kiba for his dream to become Hokage.
Okay.
Like, he's a serious contender in universe, even if it's goofy for us. If you want to
I
argue
would mostly
that.
agree. Although the scene when everyone's ignoring Kiba in the war, you could argue is maybe counter to that, but I think I would mostly agree. So.
Okay. But that being said, I still want her like to have serious moments too, even if they're not quite as big as this. But I still want, if she's going to be a present force in the story, I don't want her to be like a background character. I want her to be unique. What do you mean?
The moment her arc completes, you already know what's going to happen, bro. They're just going to throw her to the gutter.
Yeah, I don't want Shippuden Lee. Okay, if we're going to get Shippuden Rock Lee, just take him out of the story entirely. Okay. Okay. You could keep him in because I did like Rock Lee and Shippuden. You've no reason to take him out. Well, there is reason, but I enjoyed him being there, so, even if it did nothing.
Yeah. At the very least, he was funny.
Exactly.
It's number one thing.
Exactly.
Him and Guy were fucking hilarious.
Yeah. But like as an example, animals have like in real life animals have obviously different personalities. Like birds have unique independent identities, personalities, whatever, behaviors, traits. Same with coyotes, okay? I watch a coyote channel on YouTube, and you can distinguish coyotes not by their appearances, but how they act. Like some coyotes are moody, but like you can tell that they're a coyote based on their reaction to different stimuli. Like what they do, how they do it, when they do it, etc., etc. I want to be able to see that in the Shinju. And I think this is a perfect example of that. This is her being a Shinju regardless of her level of humanity. Whether it's zero humanity or full humanity, I want her to always be like this. Shinju.
Slight potential caveat would be that if this is jealousy, that's not really her doing this because she's a Shinju.
I agree, 100%.
It's because she's a human.
100%. Yes, 100% I agree. That being said, I think Shrek 2 does this idea perfectly. Like, it's literally the point of Shrek 2. I need to make a Shrek 2 video at this point. Oh my god. I almost just want to cover that Shrek 2 analysis on stream. It's not even long. But whatever. Do you want to keep going in the chapter?
Why?
We'll keep going down. Okay, so surrounding her. Ah, I see. Use the thorn bulb as bait. That's some super smart thinking. No way! No way, bro. What?
So I have a lot to say about this.
Okay, I'm gonna scroll down before you say anything, so it fully goes out. It's there. He's still formed entirely. So, okay. Before I scroll down, I have some stuff to say as well. What happens if hypothetically Jura grabbed this right now, brought it to the claw grime cube, and just sat it down on top? Is there two of them now? Is this like a shadow clone? Can this poof away? Is this a wood clone? Is this like inoperable? Is this basically Kabuto's puppet if Kabuto's not controlling it? What is this? Is this gonna dissolve immediately on its own? Okay, so with all that being said, I'm gonna scroll down. No, he's looking up at it. He's still fully conscious and everything, okay? So up it goes, a thorn bulb, just like the one I saw before. So is there two thorn bulbs now? If they destroyed Ryu, is there going to be another thorn bulb? I don't think so. But, okay, so it's going up. They're all tense. And he can sense it. So that's a thorn bulb. Okay, that's kind of cool. I like, he says it, she finishes it. And especially with her reaction, freaking Aaron Yeager over here. Now then, let's see if they bite. Oh, that's cool. He's like fishing, bro. Literally bait. Like, it feels like he threw a fishing lure rod out. It's like, that's a line. It's like an angler fish almost. That's funny. I almost wish he had like Urishiki's fishing rod made out of iron sand. That'd be hilarious. Okay, reaction. Oh, something. What is that? There's no way it's Boruto. Yo, it's Yodo. Yodo, no. Okay, she's going for it. So someone is biting. Do you think... Okay, so there is a possibility, because I was thinking about this. There's a possibility that he knows, and he is doing this to test them, especially with a line, let's see if they bite. It feels like he could have been doing that up here. But he could just actually be this oblivious. It depends if they want to write him as secretly smart or just completely stupid. But let's find out. And by let's, I mean me, because you already know. So she's going for it. She's going for it. She's almost there. Do you think, at this moment, I wonder what Ryu is thinking.
You'll get his thoughts pretty soon.
I believe you. So, okay, I like the eye. I wish the thorn bulb itself did something in reaction. Like if she was, I almost like Samehada. Like the thorn like shot into her hand, like impaling her hand.
Ooh, that would have been cool. Yeah. Like if the thorn shot out and stabbed her.
Or if like the thorn bulb was like face 180 degrees and then these thorns like extended and then wrapped around her hand like wood style.
Yeah. Now obviously that kind of doesn't work given the Hidari thorn soul, but like that would have been cool if that was a thing.
Yeah. Especially with the Rinnegan eye. Like I wonder if it's like Delta's eye to where Ryu can see out of it.
Well, I don't know if it's a Rinnegan eye or if it's just a flower petal center thing. Like I still don't know what that is.
Yeah. Yeah. So I really like Mitsuki's reaction though. Even though it is just a random just B-roll.
Look, I completely agree though. That shout out Mitsuki the whole chapter. Like I said, Mitsuki and Araya. That I like the reactions to everything.
Yeah.
Wait, actually, scroll back up real quick.
Hey.
To Mitsuki.
Sorry.
Let's scroll to Mitsuki for a second. Yeah. Sorry. I knew it. Yeah, okay. Guess why I'm gonna say shout out Mitsuki again.
Good hair. There's not much going on here. The clothes.
Come on, Oodie.
The 2 lines.
I'll give you a hint. Ikimoto. And it's not good hair.
I'm looking everywhere. Right?
Compare to the panels to the right and to the left.
No, it's Sweat Bee.
That's right. My boy's the only one who ain't sweating over this.
I love to see it.
At this point, when a character doesn't have a sweat bead, that's how you know they're cool. Everyone else has one.
Yeah. So clearly, Ryu stopped her and he's saying, hey, I thought. And I can already know what he's going to say. So yes, he is smart. So round of applause for Ryu. You did it. You did fish bait lure them out. Congratulations.
Also, round of applause to me, who said last chapter that I think Ryu's was sussing them out.
What the?
You disagreed.
Okay, this reaction is hilarious, as if she doesn't know what iron sand is at all. What do you mean?
I know, it's kind of weird, yeah. Also, I like this. Gotcha.
I know.
Gotcha.
This
I loved that.
I love it. So, okay, I do think. Okay. Let me pull it up. I'm gonna pull it up. This. Okay, I'm gonna put this in the Discord. Okay. I think I was just right about this. We don't need to go back to it. But I think I was just right. Thoughts?
Because you see his peoples now.
I'm gonna say I was right on that conversation.
So what was he looking at before?
Yeah,
Look at the back of his head. He's just that stupid.
Yeah.
That's how Hidari should be looking.
Okay, so I got a hypothetical for you. Assuming Yodo kept her cool and just didn't do this, do you think he is just gonna do this plan? Like, is he just gonna keep it there and wait for Boruto? Or just, how long do you think he would stand there waiting?
I think he'd wait a little while, eventually be like, I guess he's not nearby. Well, actually, what would happen is he would give it a chance. Boruto obviously wouldn't show up. And he'd be like, And then he'd also have his iron stand checking for those clues and be like, I don't sense any clues of Boruto. What were you referring to? And Sarada would have no answer, and he would just suss him out, like kind of going down that rabbit hole of sussing him out before Yoda would eventually just boil over, probably. But like, he would just suss him out in the end. Which, to be fair, you could argue maybe that slows down the pacing, obviously, as far as instead of just getting to this point sooner. You could argue, though, that would have been better to kind of go down that rabbit hole to where the plan's falling apart, and that's why Yodo boils over the edge, because it's not even, like, they're just getting caught versus her just doing this. But
I think I might like this one better. So, okay, under the hypothetical that Yodo keeps her cool and then Ryu eventually gives up, do you think he would tell them genuinely what happened? Like, you know, guys, I was actually doing this to test you, and you guys passed. Congratulations, you're now my friends. Or would he just keep quiet about it?
No, because, like I said, I think he'd be like, why isn't there any clues to Boruto, like you said?
No, but, like, besides that.
Well, to answer your question, yeah, but it's not besides that. Because of that, he could never say, oh yeah, you passed my test. Like, the only way he would say that is if Boruto did show up.
Well, no. What I mean is, like, he's saying, I thought that this might happen. So if it doesn't happen, would he be like, sorry guys, I thought you guys might be the case of trying to take my soul thorn? Because you guys would have killed me.
No, because of what I'm saying. The fact that, because it would just be like, they're not as stupid as I thought, like, but like, I still don't understand why are they lying about clues for Boruto and stuff. So he would still be suspicious. So he wouldn't and he would only, okay, he might say it as a way of tricking them to be like, oh yeah, you know, you passed my test. I so trust you now, when he doesn't actually. Like, maybe he'd do that, but he wouldn't actually trust him.
I don't understand why you're so confident about the Boruto thing. As if Boruto
because
doesn't...
he was calling them out for it early in the chapter, and it never got resolved.
Okay. But, like, if they say it and Boruto doesn't
this is
show
the
up,
resolution to it.
that doesn't make them sus.
They're tricking me.
It's not like they know if Boruto's gonna show up. For all they know, Boruto is gonna flying Raijin and steal that soul thorn. They don't know.
Yeah, but that's what I said, unless that happens. Like, if that did happen, then Ryu would just trust him. But
no, but my point is
that's
that
not
this is
going to
a
happen,
genuine
obviously, 'cause-
plan to lure Boruto out, regardless if it's intentional or not.
What?
This is a genuine plan to lure Boruto out, regardless if it's intentional or not. Like, this isn't sus on their part, regardless if it works or fails, at all.
I'm not referring to this. I'm referring to Sarada's clue from last chapter that Ryu is like, where's your clue? And Sarada didn't have an actual answer for.
Oh, I know, but clearly that's not what I'm talking about.
But what I'm saying is, if Boruto doesn't show up, he's still got his Iron Sand looking for clues. Like, yeah, they passed the Thorn Soul Bulb test. They're still failing the other test.
Yeah.
So he's still not going to trust them.
Well, I'm not talking about the other test, but whatever, we can move on.
Because what I'm saying is, hypothetically, yeah, they would pass their test, but he could never trust them because they're failing the simultaneous other test.
But this is the test that actually matters because the other test isn't really, like, important compared to this one.
Well, it would just progress further because you would have to ask him, what is the clue, Sarada?
But like
She's
you're
gonna give her
saying,
bullshit
it
that makes
never
no
got
sense, like-
resolved. So they haven't failed it yet.
It never got resolved because they failed it this way. It's obvious that they're trying to betray him because they went for something even... Like, they went for the Thorn Soul Bulb.
Yeah.
So that by default, they failed the other test. But if they don't fail the Thorn Soul Bulb test, he's just gonna pursue that further. Be like, okay, Sarada, what's the clue? She says her stupid answer that makes no sense. He susses her out further until eventually, like I said, Yodo's eventually just gonna be like, ah!
Well, no, I have a
And attack him.
compromise. What would have happened is Ryu would have done that, and then Mitsuki would have bailed her out by finding something. Anything
And you're
at
right,
all.
that could have happened. But it would still make him weary for a while. I feel like, I hate to say this, as great as Mitsuki has been doing, carrying this team, Yodo or Sarada were just gonna fuck up eventually. Like, they were already doing so terrible within the first 2 seconds. Sarada's over here making doing the worst job ever with the clues. She doesn't even have a freaking piece of metal to pretend is a clue like Mitsuki. Yodo's over there giving them the death glare. Like, they were never gonna last long.
Okay.
With how bad Sarada and Yodo were at this mission.
Whatever. Yeah. I mean, I understand why Yodo did this, so I can't say I don't understand why Yodo thought this would work, considering you grab the Soul Thorn when he's clearly still just as much of a threat as ever. Like, it doesn't matter.
Also,
That's
he
what-
obviously has
obviously.
control over this Soul Thorn. He flew it into the sky. You don't think he could just fly it away from you in midair? Like, he's
Yeah.
clearly controlling it.
Again, this isn't like a complaint or anything because it's completely understandable why she did this. And I like this decision in general, but that doesn't mean we can't make fun of it anyway.
Exactly. Like, it's still just stupid of her. Like, no matter what, it's like, bro's just gonna fly that thing away from you.
It's like,
And also, like, bro, Yodo,
Beat
you know
him.
that Shinki can just body you without moving a muscle.
it's
You don't think Ryu can do that?
this isn't a situation of like Minato versus Obito where the first person to touch the other, quote unquote, wins. You grab the Soul Thorn, then what? Even if you hypothetically you get it, okay? It's yours. It's in your possession. You put it in your pocket. You still gotta defeat Ryu or run away from him to get to Shinki.
Yeah.
Doesn't change anything. The situation's the exact same. You gotta take him down. Anyways, he's not as dumb as he acts. To be fair, I don't think he was acting, but
I think there's some element of acting, some element of just that's his personality.
yeah. Okay. Anyways. So, do you think he's hostile towards all of them based on this panel, and not considering the context of whatever happens next?
Yes. But I also have context what happens next.
Okay.
I mean, to be fair, it would be cool if he was hostile towards everyone that isn't Mitsuki. Because I'm not gonna lie, like I would give Mitsuki a chance.
Yeah. So interestingly, the Sand Shinobi is the one that went after him. The Leaf are still cool. Like,
Exactly. Like hypothetically, like Elder Jura said this Leaf are cool. Like I might give you guys, and also the ones trying to give clues were this Konoha Shinobi.
Oh.
Mitsuki explained that Konoha treats Boruto as an enemy.
Yeah.
Konoha Shinobi might still be on your side, Ryu.
I mean, that does go against what you're saying about the whole Sarada failing the test thing, but that's...
Well, that's because, you see, Sarada kind of ruined it for Mitsuki here. So, like I said, the only one he could really give a chance is Mitsuki, but... So, like, in this hypothetical, Mitsuki would just have to be in the dark, and Mitsuki... It would have been really funny if Mitsuki was acting confused, like, why did they do that? Like, he's like, I'm on your side, Ryu. I don't know why they're betraying us.
That's so low.
It'd be really funny. So then Mitsuki's gonna try to backstab Ryu, pretending to be on Ryu's side, fighting.
Yeah. I mean, that being said, based on just objectively what the mission is, I hate to say it, Yodo's the only one that made the right call. Everyone else should have reacted around Yodo and attacked Ryu right now.
True.
Like, what were they waiting for? This was the perfect opportunity.
Seeing that, Mitsuki should have just activated Sage Mode and gone for the kill.
Yeah, bro, like, he's looking up in the air. Do the pincer maneuver. You're perfectly out of side, Sarada.
Yeah, literally. Like, use Kawaki's strategy. Pinch him.
You're not gonna have a better opportunity than this. That being said, the fact they're all just not moving is insane. They're just letting the yarn coat their bodies, man. Looking around. That's so low, dear Shinobi friend. So before I read further, so he's just not screaming, "Hey Matsuri, they're betraying us!" like we were saying that he should immediately do last chapter. I'm gonna guess there's not really an explanation other than the fact that he's just not thinking about it. He's focused on the fact that he's hurt by their betrayal.
Yeah. And then within the narrative, like, Matsuri's already pissed at Konohamaru before this anyway, so it's not like it really matters.
Yeah. Your betrayal is gonna give me serious trauma.
I thought that was funny.
That was pretty crazy. Anyways. I thought this might be the case. Not as dumb as he acts. Type bodies. That's so low, dear Shinobi friends. Your betrayal is gonna give me serious trauma. I think you need to be punished. So he's not gonna kill them, seemingly. Unless he's just saying that. Which he probably is. Then he just had a cool line. Sorry to pull the kunai out of absolutely no... Well, I guess her bag, but... That's the point.
It would be really funny if she didn't have that and it was just out of nowhere.
So, there's no way Yodo escapes out of this scene alive. Like, the next time she touches the ground is scattered in a bloody mess. My body is moving on its own. And... Okay, that's not how body's moving... Oh, wait, no, obviously this is from the Iron Sand, but, like, what if it's, like, a Sasuke thing and she's jumping up to protect
I'm glad you said that. I was hoping you would say something about the Sasuke reference.
Yeah,
is this what was happening to Sasuke?
But clearly, this is visually depicted as her jumping and not the Iron Sand pulling her or anything.
Yeah.
Which doesn't work.
Well, I'll just say for you, they make the comparison to puppets. It's like he's using the Puppet Master Jutsu, but with the Iron Sand. It's a little bit weird. I don't understand how this works. But that's just what basically is happening.
I mean, as long as Yodo has a sword for Sarada to Genjutsu herself, she should be fine.
Well, remember, Araya has the sword.
Exactly.
Not Yodo.
Yeah, Mitsuki made sure to point that out.
Exactly. Granted, I don't think Genjutsu would help in this context.
Yeah, absolutely not. Unless the Genjutsu is to make yourself think you're 20 times stronger or something. Freaking Menma's Ocarina Genjutsu, making her win style jumping. I don't know. But... So something like this happened in Avatar: The Last Airbender, and they needed the literal most OP thing in the universe to escape it at the very last moment. So I don't know how they're gonna get out. That's why.
Maybe this is inspired by Avatar: The Last Airbender.
It's actually really close, but yeah. It's the Iron Sand. We're all being manipulated by it. Just like it's weird that he's only making Sarada going to do this. Well, I guess if only Yodo's being punished, that could be interesting. But it seems like punishing them all rather than just.
Well,
Yodo.
to be fair,
he could just be holding.
It would be really
down.
nice if they were just punishing Sarada and Yodo for being the two sus lords here.
Well, I don't think he would be punishing Sarada in particular, but that'd be interesting as well.
Yeah.
But I think it's interesting. He's like holding the rest down to allow just any one of them to kill Yodo, and then they're good.
Yeah, that'd be cool too. Yeah, he's just here to punish Yodo.
That being said, if Ryu really is smart and not as dumb as he acts, he should just hold them down and then like question them, like, "Why were you going after my soul thorn? What do you know about it? Oh, what do you want it for?"
Yeah. Well, whatever Boruto told him, because Sarada already gave away that info.
Like, hypothetically, if Yodo just wasn't on the same page and, like, going off the script and just wasn't, like none of them knew this was going to happen, then the rest are just innocent, and if they kill Yodo, nobody has an idea what happened. So, Ryu's not being a good idea here, but whatever. Just like puppets. Yeah, I think this is actually inspired by Avatar: The Last Airbender. That's kind of like exactly what happened.
Well,
Omnipotence? Ada? What is she doing here?
I'll just say this much. You did say they need the most OP random thing ever, and I said maybe it is inspired by Avatar: The Last Airbender. Oodie, I'm glad you didn't catch it. You know I haven't seen it, so I wouldn't know. I'm going based off something you just said. What just happened? The most OP thing ever out of nowhere just saved them.
Wait, is this actually Omnipotence? wait, hang on.
No, it's not Omnipotence.
Okay, I was on to say. I'm back in control. The Iron Sand was dispelled. Is it Sage Mode Mitsuki's wind style? Is my guess. Alright. Lodestone? Sand Sealing Blade? I mean, I wouldn't say this is the most OP thing ever, but I mean, apparently I guess it kind of is. Shinki, I never thought I'd have to use this jutsu that I created for us in this way. Okay. So it's kind of OP.
It just ran away, just out of nowhere. First of all, I still don't understand. So, is this the real Araya or a puppet? Because
like
it feels like Araya's just not using the Puppet Master Jutsu anymore. He's just a samurai now. And I don't know how he sees.
I don't know. I feel like this is like the Kurapika fighting the Phantom Troop. This is the only time this jutsu could work kind of situation. I mean, thoughts on that?
Well, I don't know what the jutsu originally was.
Well, it clearly requires the Iron Sand.
Well, it seems like... Because I never have to use it in this way. So I assume that it, like, stores the Iron Sand
on the sword
in it as a way, like, for, like, to amp the sword or to do something else with the sword. But right now, he's using it to stop the Iron Sand and, like, just as defense, basically. But I don't know what he's going to do with the sword after the fact, once he seals it.
It's a sand sealing blade, so I'm assuming if he stabs Ryu, it's going to seal him with the Iron Sand, similar to what Shinki did to Gaara. And I'm guessing that it's not going to be just a sword. The sword's going to, like, with the Iron Sand, be able to, like, extend and, like, bend and go warpy.
Something, anyway.
And it's going to be like the sorcery fight versus Sakura. Remember that, like, maze he was doing? Something like that.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. I don't know. Maybe he, like... You know what? Okay, since they're comparing it to, like, a puppet, maybe he's going to use the Iron Sand to, like, control his body. To move even faster or something.
Maybe. I'm not entirely sure. I still don't even know if this is the puppet or the real Araya. Like... Because, again, if this is the real Araya, where... does he what is up with the eyes? What is he just smelling the hearing? What is he doing? Does he just not see? And if it's the puppet, where is Araya? Like, how far away is he? How does he hear the conversation, right?
I mean, what if it's see-through? I got you there.
Why is he wearing it?
Well, clearly to let people know he's from the Sand Village.
Well, I see.
Ignore
My
the
argument
belt.
would be, why is he wearing it if it's a puppet? So he doesn't have obvious puppet eyes.
Yeah. So what I want is for this to be the puppet and them to go to the end of the fight and Ryu to like bisect the puppet but they think it's actually him. And then it's revealed on the same panel that is revealed that he's the puppet, that the actual Araya's behind him about to stab him with the sword.
Either that, or it's like a big thing to where Ryu goes after the real Araya by everyone's surprise. Like his sand's been going there the whole time and it catches him off guard. Kind of like Shino's bugs with Konkuro.
Yeah.
Something like one or the other. The point is that someone's doing something with it.
Yeah. Rain's texting me a lot, but shout out Rain. Oh, that's someone else.
What is he saying?
Well, go to picture so I can see without stream saying. I'ma say Disparo. I saw it on my timeline this morning. He's referring to the Attack on Titan episode. And I watched 20 minutes of it. She was amazing. I just had to go shopping. I ain't even realize it was yours. I was this close to rewatching Attack on Titan. Lip syncing was good. Wasn't any fighting or intense sequences. Just good character interactions. VAs were on point too, bruh. One of your best vids for real. Good shit, bro. Crying emoji. Shout out Rain. What a homie. And he even added everyone in his Discord to go watch it. So I guess that's great message to leave everyone else off of on the stream. Go watch my Attack on Titan episode. Thank you everyone for watching. Just returned from uni. Damn, I'm late. Shout out Invincible. Shout out editing and marketing resume who deleted like half their messages. But in the Jugo Boruto filler, do you reckon Boruto reminded Jugo of Kimimaro? No. But I like the idea. I think Kawaki's on
I'm down if they. That's a rewrite. I don't think they do that, but that'd be a cool rewrite.
Don't think he has had one mission in 3 years and clearly has Naruto's bank card. Well, no. Kawaki has had one mission over the past 3 years. The room sharing mission.
Real quick, I'm reading some old comments. There's a lot of good comments, but coming back to Amano's karma making no sense. This is another question that I've been asking. We didn't say on stream. So first, in Amano expect us to wait for karma to finish extracting before Akabe is revived. Not the important part. The important part is, or if Akabe's consciousness awakens, why isn't she in Kawaki's head too? Exactly. Her data's in the karma, but she's not. Her soul isn't in Kawaki right now. Seemingly, why would it be in the other karma? Just because Kawaki does it? Wait. Why would Kawaki doing it mean her soul would magically appear there? Like, I don't understand.
Yeah. Again, with the Momoshiki thing, it's just the karma makes no sense. Like, I feel like we addressed it pretty well, to be fair.
Yeah.
But yeah. He'll fight as a father, whether he lives or dies. He's speaking as a father. It'd be cool if Ammado is actually, like, being genuine, like a good dad or whatever. He's gonna, like, fist fight Kawaki out of just being a father.
Yeah, he just no ninja deck. He's just gonna fist fight him.
Like, he knows he has no chance, but he's gonna do it anyways because that's what fathers do.
Yeah.
Ammado has worked on Jigen and Kawaki's body for years. He understands the karma on a scientific level more than anyone. I don't know about more than anyone, but it's possible. He is hoping Akabe's data acts as a satellite. Yeah. Ammado isn't sure himself.
Also, real quick, stream just like stuck on the bracket dance. I don't know if that's intentional.
I think you're just at something.
Oh, I'm paused. I'm an idiot.
Yeah, I figured.
That's funny.
Man, that would have sucked if we lost the past like 4 hours.
Well, I mean,
rock and dance is worth it.
With the karma itself, as in the mark, is like a flash drive. Yeah. Yeah, that was one of the 17 explanations they gave. I agree. I thought the soul inhabited the karma seal. It doesn't, but it can. Well, not that it's not a karma seal thing. Momoshiki just did put his soul in the karma seal. I'm guessing Momoshiki can just put his soul anywhere willy-nilly. He just chose the karma seal. Not that the karma seal is like a specific place to put the soul.
Well, no, he said that the karma seal acts as a receptacle for the soul, not just his soul in particular, but in general. So,
is it just like the Reaper Death Seal? You can just seal anyone into the karma seal.
I don't know, man. I don't know what they want us to think either.
Oh, Wendy doesn't think karma's flawed. You hear that, Kamui? There is 0 issues with the karma.
Well, no. I to be fair, I don't think she means writing wise. I think she means like in universe, like karma has no flaws. But I mean, I already disagree with that anyway. They literally exploited some of its flaws to be Ishiki.
I mean, I have a flaw. It takes time.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Like you can kill the vessel before they finish extracting. That is a flaw.
Well, with that being said, thank you everyone for watching. What's up,
Wait, you never even
Irish
said
and
about your
Kenzie?
thoughts on the chapter, like overall.
Pretty cool. Was Diego's blood spray here?
I don't know.
Because we haven't talked to him since like the beginning of the podcast.
I know, it was like one of our first guests.
But he added him in chat. Did the message just not show up? What? Oh, would you do
What
another
happened?
episode with Diego's blood spray? Okay, never mind. You just added the I guess, for fun. I want to hear more about the Urshikin is Ammado theory. I would love to. We should contact him.
I mean, to answer his question, yeah, we would do another one.
Yeah, it's not banned.
But the question is, would he do one with us?
Actually, okay, genuinely, right now, being completely transparent, is there anyone who isn't allowed to do another episode with us, period? And I mean someone that we have had on. Not someone that we haven't had on. Yeah.
I mean, well, obviously, I wouldn't want to say anything live. But, like, I mean,
Okay, well,
I think I probably have 2 people I would prefer the least to come back on.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I there's obviously like a hierarchy.
I definitely
like-
think there's one in particular that we're both on the same page that we would prefer not to do another stream with. But like,
I'm gonna end the stream so that we can answer who. Okay, bye.
yes, we failed.